Hello, everyone.
Uh,
It is another Monday. Welcome to Sacred Streaming. Colin, you sound great.
yeah, I'm hanging in there. You know.
Starting off with a low on a Monday.
God,
Feel
it's
that?
Memorial Day. It's fun.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's not fun for everybody, I guess.
No, no,
You
no,
know,
no.
but it's a day off. How's everyone doing? How are you doing, Dustin? Are you doing well?
I am well. I said to you because you asked me about my weekend, and I was saying I ate way too much yesterday. It was our opening of summer party. I made delicious al pastor tacos. I ate key lime pie. I
Mm,
ate some cookies.
mm.
I had some beer. Unfortunately, I'm having a hard time. I'm not planning out my drinking well enough. In that I'd like to get a little lit. I'm not trying to get sloshed at a party at my parents' house. But it's like I'm drinking and eating and I don't feel anything and then I eat actual food and I have another beer. So it's just like I have these 3 beers and what do I have to show for it? Nothing.
Yeah, nothing at all.
So that was a little disappointing, but now we're full steam ahead.
What were you drinking?
I was drinking my last remaining Hell or High watermelon cans that my dad
That's pretty
got me.
high ABV, isn't it?
It's like 5 maybe.
Yeah, that's pretty high for a beer. I mean, it's not astronomical. It's not, but that's like a mid IPA.
It might be
ABV.
4. I don't know. I don't think it's that high. Maybe someone in the audience will be glad to correct.
You can get pretty
me.
sloppy on 3 or 4 5% beers. You know, like
I
I'm not
only
saying
had
you're gonna
I
be
had
fucking
3 though.
tanked, but
I had 3 over the course of the evening.
yeah, I mean, because I drink, I bounce between Great Return, which is like 7.5%, and which is like a pretty high ABV, really really good IPA if you're into that, and then I
Mhm.
go to All Day IPA, which is like less than half that. And either
Mhm.
way, I'm feeling by the end of the let me see here, like by the end of like a barbecue, I would have had maybe 4 of them.
Sure. Oh, yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it. There's a beer that I haven't had yet this season. I think it's from Dogfish Head. It's called Citrus Squall. I want to say they're 8%. And you get a couple of those in, particularly before you eat. You're feeling just fine. For the evening. So yeah, the party was good. Had a nice time. Good time to see some friends. And I was telling you, I was briefly, I was trying to talk a little business before the show. So we weren't just talking business on the show, but I'm doing a little boys camping this weekend. So maybe, Colin, maybe you should come. Clear your mind. You just got to get up here.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, I did.
But I appreciate it. I actually do love being in the woods and dicking around. Or that's where you're going to be, I assume. Maybe you're camping in the middle of a field for all I know. But
it is. So it's someone that Ben knows. It's their camp. I've never been there. And it's not like we are at a camp, but it's not like we're going to be in tents. Like there is a cabin of some sort.
oh, glamping.
It's glamping. It is glamping. But we are, cooking our own food, having fires, smoking, drinking. I was saying, because we were talking about like, okay, how many cases of beer do we need? And I was like, I'm thinking, do we see if we can get a pallet delivered straight there, like back in the Icy Light Mang?
Yeah, right.
Because we will be drinking all day. So you want to try to maybe do a lighter beer if you're drinking all day.
You can get a keg.
Oh, that's what that would. Okay, that might be nice. You got to keep it cool though. I don't know if they have a
Yeah,
keg
that's
refrigerator at the
That's true.
the campsite.
Yeah, that's
Though,
true.
let me lay this on you. Apparently, the camp does not have a TV. So I'm bringing an old 42-inch TV that I have that's sitting under this futon over here. I'm bringing a GameCube. I'm bringing Smash Brothers Melee, Mario Kart, and for the nighttime,
Double Dash?
Double Dash. Oh, of course. Yeah, Double Dash. A GameCube.
Interesting.
So,
yeah, I mean, yeah, it's a controversial one. That's why I was a little surprised.
but what I'm looking forward to most is the nighttime pass and play Resident Evil 4
Oh,
on GameCube.
interesting. On GameCube, yeah, the original, the OG. So
OG.
excited when that came out.
The OG.
When
Oh.
Mikami said if it ever appeared on any other console, he'd cut his head off with a chainsaw.
That's true.
That was fun times.
Now
for
it's
him.
on everything.
Now it was
Yes.
on PS2 the next year.
Yeah.
Just to be clear.
With more content even.
Yes. It was a great insult. The Capcom 5. Do you remember that? How old is everyone out there that remember the Capcom 5?
Capcom 5.
And one of them even got canceled.
Beautiful
That was like
Joe, right? That was
Beautiful
one of them.
Joe, Piano 3.
I've never played Beautiful Joe.
Oh, Beautiful Joe's dope.
It looks awesome, but
Mhm.
I don't. Did they ever re-release Beautiful
Yeah,
Joe?
they
Okay.
did on PS2. I don't know if it ever Beautiful Joe. There was a sequel as well. Let me see. No, just GameCube and PS2. That's surprising.
GameCube and PS2. Okay.
With releases, a minor commercial success, the game spawned several sequels. Releases on PSP and Nintendo DS. An anime adaptation and manga series were also produced. Yeah, I liked Beautiful. I like that little design. A little boomerang on his head reminded me of Quick Man from Mega Man 2.
Sure.
But yeah, that was an exciting the Capcom 5, man. That was exciting times. Capcom came to GameCube's rescue a little bit.
Yeah, I look back at that time, and we've talked about this many times, the iconic image of the Walmart shelf with GameCubes for $49.
Yeah.
And I did not have a GameCube. And thinking back to it, I'm like, I know it was a different time, so like $49 then is more than it is, now, of course. But I'm like, why didn't I get that? Why didn't I want a GameCube? I just didn't want it. I had PS2.
Yeah, you just didn't care.
I had a PS2, and then I got an Xbox, of course, and for Halo, and I was set.
Yeah, I got the PS2 at launch and the GameCube at launch. So, but that I got Dreamcast at launch, PS2 at launch, GameCube at launch. So it was 99, 2000, 2001. But that's when I started, working and having money. I was in 10th grade when Dreamcast came out, and I was in 11th grade when PS2 came out, and I was in 12th grade when GameCube came out. So I was a little bit in a little bit of a different position than you. Also, it was right after 9/11 when GameCube came out. I always think back on that, on how freaked out they must have been, and Microsoft as well, because they released 3 days apart in November of 2001.
Right.
And I always think, what I think about specifically is I think Silent Hill 2 came out the week of 9/11 or something like that, or the week after. There's weird shit about the games in that fall. GTA 3 came out that fall. That was a huge. Everyone's like, it's funny that 9/11 happened, then GTA 3 came out. When you think about, the sequence of events,
Sure.
It's that new, in quotes.
You have to imagine that while not directly contributing, there was certainly something that people were like, man, this horrible thing just happened to us as a country. And now, from a news perspective, they're like, now we're releasing a game where you can go on killing sprees. Certainly that would have attributed to the controversies around it.
Yeah, I would hope that Rockstar would be smart enough to know that it helped them.
Yeah.
And to releasing that, but yeah, that was such an interesting fall because everyone didn't know what to do. I know movies got delayed, all sorts of shit happened. So.
I like the story of I don't know exactly how true this is. Maybe someone can verify, but didn't Peter Jackson? They were like, yeah, I don't know if we can call Lord of the Rings the Two Towers. I don't know if we can call it that, and he's like, no, bitch, it's called the Two Towers. I'm not changing Tolkien's work.
Yeah, what are you talking about? I'm sure that's an interesting conversation to have at that time. Well, because that would have been 2002. Because it was fall 2001, right, where Fellowship came out. Because I think I was in high school when Fellowship came out. And then I think I was in college when Two Towers came out and Return of the King. So, well, anyway.
Chat is completely frozen right now. Oh, I don't know if it's just quiet or... No, okay,
it probably just is quiet. No one has anything
Everyone's
to say. No one
riveted by this conversation on 9/11.
They're like, tell us more, Grandpa, about 9/11.
Tell us more. Whoa, we just got a $99 super chat. Do I skip ahead to it right now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Sure. From Nevrez. Just wanted to say cheers to every gooner out there as we celebrate our Premier League title in celebrate our Premier League title in 22 years.
I'm sure he means title. Yeah.
I've met some great Arsenal fans in the community and thought of them all as we raise the trophy. We are the Arsenal. Thanks for the time, boys. Be well.
Can't spell Arsenal without arse.
Arse.
I know Arsenal. I know the name. I don't. There's a few Manchester United.
Yeah.
and shit like that. And Arsenal. I always liked, and I think they won recently, which was crazy, but I always like, there's a team called Crystal Palace when I was a little kid, and I was like, that's my team. But I never ever followed them ever again after that.
Yeah.
You know, I was like, I like the team named Crystal Palace.
If I
Yeah.
recall, Pork Poncho is a big Arsenal fan. He's been celebrating all weekend.
Is that a joke?
I think that he is actually quite upset, if I recall correctly, but I just wanted that to be on the record. I don't think he's watching right now, but thank you for that 99.99 super chat. $99.99.
There you go. Yeah, one easy payment of do Ron Popeil. Remember Ron Popeil? One easy payment of $99.99.
$99.99.
I miss Ron Popeil.
I don't know who that is.
He's the guy that Set It and Forget It.
Set it and forget.
You don't know who Ron Popeil is? Oh boy. I don't know how much
tell
time
me,
we have.
Grandpa, tell me.
He was the guy, he was like an infomercial guy, like a famous infomercial guy, and he would sell all sorts of like kitchen gadgets, and he was like really charismatic. You would probably know him if you saw him.
Probably.
Yeah. But he would say things like, he would say the whole number. It always used to bother me as a kid because it would be like, $39.99. But he'd be like 3 easy payments of just $39.99. That kind of like, just say $39.99, Ron. Let's get back to it. But then he would say, like, there was what was it called? Someone will tell you what the Set It and Forget It thing was. But he would be like, set it, and then there'll be like when you watch an infomercial and sometimes there's a studio audience, which is like the weirdest part.
Oh, yeah.
It's like some sort of presentation, and they'd be like, and forget it.
They're being paid to be enthusiastic.
Right. I mean, who knows? But Ron Popeil was a master of the telemarket.
You just jogged something in my mind about infomercials. Do you remember the the towel guy?
The ShamWow guy.
ShamWow guy.
Yeah.
I can't remember if it's on the Last Stand YouTube account or my personal YouTube account. One of the two, maybe both. I think it's mine. His channel subscribes to my channel on YouTube.
Interesting.
And I was like, I know that he was like getting into politics.
Yeah, I don't know what his thing is. He was that guy was fun. I liked that guy.
Oh, dude, I think he sounded like he was fun. I think he bit like a hooker's ear or something.
Right. Something happened with him.
Yeah.
He's like in the low. He's like, there was like Ron Popeil, and what was that guy?
Billy Mays.
Billy Mays. They're like S tier.
Yeah, S tier.
But I think he would be like A tier.
He was iconic in his own way.
Right. He's got his thing. And it's very notable. Like in the mid-aughts, he was like, in the aughts, everyone loved that guy.
Yeah.
You're going to love remember, because you're like, you're going to love my nuts. He would say shit like that. And then he'd have like the little thing, and he'd be hitting it with the whatever he was cutting up, the walnuts.
Mm-hmm. Something like that.
Slap chop. Yeah, there it is. Silly Mr. Goose slap chop. I remember
slap chop. Yes.
And he would say like, you're going to love my nuts. And then it's like, you can't say that on TV, buddy. But he did. He got away with it.
He got away with it. He got away with quite a bit, sounds like.
Oh, boy. Beautiful Joe, Ron Popeil, glamping. Just a few of the things. 9/11. Just a few of the things.
Great start. Fantastic start.
So what else is going on? How are you feeling after last week?
Well, I guess there are some updates that we can talk about. Some of them involving me. Like, I think someone tried to get into my PSN account over the weekend. I sent you this that I believe it was Friday night that I received an email that was like, oh yeah, it was Friday night because it was May 22nd. I received an email Friday night that said, thank you for contacting PlayStation customer support on May 23rd. Now, for people with a calendar in front of them, like I do, I said Friday night, which was May 22nd. I got an email that said, thank you for contacting us on May 23rd. Please, if you'd like, please fill out this survey. Obviously, I didn't click it, but I did I was like, okay, this is a legit email. So, I took some extra precautions as that we laid out. So that was a little annoying. And then there was the whole fiasco of the fake Long Island Viper this weekend, which I'm sure some people in the chat maybe even received messages from. There was someone LARPing as Long Island Viper, but they were clever about it by switching around like an uppercase L and an I, right? Pretending to be you, sending out messages to people. So this is it's continuing to haunt us, Colin.
Yeah, there's nothing more to be done for me, right? The thing that I'm most focused on now is like if someone managed to get my account back again from under me, it's like, all right, like what is Sony like what are you doing? You know, what I'm most focused about now is everyone else.
Yeah.
And I was saying this I was talking to people and I was like, it would have been trivially easy for me to get my account back and say nothing and do nothing. I think that that's the wrong move. And so I want to now it's Memorial Day. I want to give Sony grace and time to, you know, strategize and figure out what they're going to do. And as I think people have mentioned, like even if they fix these exploits, they probably won't say it because it just offers a challenge and ups the ante. The hope is that these people in these places that do this, they're going to pick on the lowest common denominators. And so what Sony should try to simply be is not one of the lowest common denominators. And just they'll go and pick on hopefully some other company. But that's up to you. So I'm less, it's like me and you and it's like I don't know, like we've done what we can do for ourselves. I've used my advantages to protect myself. I knock on wood that they hold up, but at the same time, like I'm much more concerned about everyone else. So, like I said, I have two steps: is like I want to convince Sony to fix the problem, and then we want to reunite people with the accounts that were stolen from them, which I think is important. I think that's an important. It's important that needs to be done. So now my major concern is just keeping some level of momentum. Like I can't do this by myself, and I think it's fairly clear like who's going to cover it and who's not. I'm really grateful for those who have covered it. Push Square has covered it extensively. Kotaku covered it. A bunch of websites, PlayStation Lifestyle. A bunch of like, if you like Google about it, Yahoo and MSN and things that will just pop up on people's, when they turn on the computer or go to Yahoo to log into, fantasy sports or whatever they do over there. So yeah, my major concern is to just try to spread the field. But I think one of the things that I think I have to imbibe is, and I think this is one of the advantages of us having, I have a relationship, and I think a good relationship again with Sony in terms of we were cut off for many, for many years, but we have a good working relationship with them now. They know we don't want access to games. We don't want to go to preview events. We don't care about events. I don't care about any of that. I just want interviews. And hopefully we'll get something going with Saros in the coming weeks. That actually came up when I was talking to them about this last week. They're like, I never heard back about Saros. And I'm like, oh, you were supposed to be reached out to about Saros. So to interview people. So like, that's the kind of thing we want to do. But what I'm imbibing now is that I think some people don't write about it because they want to protect their relationships. And this is why I've always said this. I've always respected old Kotaku. I've said this a million times. Like anyone who was reading Kotaku in like the late aughts and into the early 2010s, like knows like they would write and say anything, and they got blacklisted by like I've said before. They leaked PlayStation Home. Sony blacklisted them for years. They leaked a bunch of stuff about Assassin's Creed 2. I want to say they got blacklisted by Ubisoft for years. Like doing the hard work of reporting, no matter what it costs you in this relationship, this commercial relationship that you have, I think is really a ballsy thing. And I wonder if a lot of it has, so like, it's two things. It's that, and I think people don't like me. So they don't want me to be the nexus of like reporting about this thing. But I wonder if it's also just like protecting your relationships. And by the way, I've had, no one at IGN ever told me not to write anything before when I worked there, but I was told that I was affecting relationships. Sure. And that you should probably, and I definitely did hold back on some things I said because I didn't want to hurt the relationship for other people. I didn't care about the relationship for me. After I knew what happened with Konami and me at IGN and how that ruined it for everyone in the company, I was a lot more, even though I didn't do anything wrong, I was a lot more careful about the ramifications for the things I would say and do. So I do understand that, but I feel like part of that plays in.
Yeah.
Because I was a journalist for years. I scoured the internet for news all the time. I wrote a shit ton of stories. I was the IGN's biggest author for years based on the prolific nature of my output, and I would have been all over this. So I just can't relate.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I guess I say that as a preface because I can only do so much. So if this thing loses momentum and sputters out, I'm sorry. Like I'm doing what I can do. I'm talking to who I'm talking to. I'm trying to invest a lot of time into this, and I'm not doing it for me. My account's back. I lost my account for 3 hours. You know, I have the ability of talking to Sony and, getting passed around. Getting passed around to different people being like, yeah, so now your account has flags on it. Now it's like, no one can really do anything to this. No one can do this. Oh, you got banned. Now you can't be banned. Like all these kind of things. Like that's a bespoke level of access that a lot of people don't have. And that's what drives me to try to help other people. So
Yeah.
so I really hope that can be done, but it's really going to be about other people's interest. And it is one of those things, and I get it because this was me, and this is me with a lot of shit, is when it doesn't affect you or yours or anything around you just don't care. And that to me is logical. That's why we're like, you can't possibly onboard everything that's going on in the world
Mm-hmm.
and worry about everything, you know? So, that's it. I mean, that's so that's the goal in the weeks to come. Hopefully the conversations will continue. I'm sure I know they're doing their investigations behind the scenes, like, and all the rest. We have our people. Well, I mean, I don't have anyone doing anything, but our people, some people said like, oh, maybe they messed with the wrong person because this is the person that will try to run it up the flagpole. And I'm like, I don't think I'm the wrong person. I didn't realize that my audience was the wrong audience in terms of like the pursuit of this story. One person in particular working on behalf of us, where I'm like, maybe we'll get answers or some sort of solution. Maybe it's a serendipitous sort of thing. You had to go through quite a trial and tribulation in order to come up with answers on the other side. So who knows?
Yeah.
You're really loud, but I think it's the thing that's.
Oh, well, yeah. It's
Yeah.
probably just loud for you because
Oh, okay.
my audio is directly into OBS, but
Oh, okay.
so it should correct itself.
Yeah, no, it is.
I don't want to blast you out.
No, well, I want that.
Sure. So yeah, we'll see. I hope more people do report on it, and I would imagine too. I mean, you don't have to respond to this. I mean, you can tell me later. But like, I was thinking after I got the email that it seemed like someone was trying to get into my account. I was like, I didn't get any confirmation that my account is now protected from Sony, from you. But like, I would imagine that from their perspective, they're like, we want to make sure that no one else from this company gets banned because that would make it, or, their account stolen because that would make it, from a PR perspective, much worse.
Mm.
But I don't know. Maybe I am.
Yeah, I don't know either. I'm also not trying to make a PR problem for them. I'm trying to convince them that they have a problem leading into the all digital PlayStation 6 handheld that they're going to try to sell by the tens of millions of units. Like that has leaked 2 years ago, and no one over there is ever going to acknowledge its existence, of course. I mean, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is I'm just saying that, like you got to, it's not the PSP Go. It's not going to be this niche thing. You're hoping to sell this thing hand over fist. You need to have better systems in place.
Yeah.
Any company's susceptible. You just are unusually susceptible. Tragically susceptible. And I think that's one of the things that we want to try to impress on them. So the conversations will continue. It's a long weekend,
Yeah.
I haven't heard from anyone since last week. But I want to just give them the grace and the time. And I don't want to be because I mean what I say. One of the things that I think is important is that I said to them, because I think when I was a journalist, you would have things to say or write or report that were absolutely adversarial, right?
Right.
Like, not that you're doing it. I remember so clearly when I reported when the Santa Monica game after Ascension was canceled, and they laid a bunch of people off, and that was a Stig's team or whatever. And I reported on that. That was my scoop because I knew people at the studio, and that's a tough thing to report because that kind of thing, it brings a lot of, it's going to bring a lot of bad PR. They're going to have to deal with all these questions. They were trying to hide this for at least a little while. It leaks, and it's inherently adversarial
Right.
to report on it. It's like bespoke knowledge. And for this, I'm trying to be clear. I'm like, I'm not trying to do anything other than be a useful and like a conduit that you apparently need to the community because you're so disconnected. And I think that that's the major thing I think with Sony is I feel like this situation with what's happened to a lot of people is emblematic of a massive disconnect that the company has with its people. And I feel like it's the entire generation, basically.
Mm.
Bad decision making, bad choices, bad M&A, some bad games, not many games, expensive machines, on and on. It's like, what are you doing? And all of that wound up in this package where it's like, oh, also, we don't talk to anyone. We don't say anything. We don't celebrate anything. We don't acknowledge anything. It's like, what? And I've defended this, and I think from their perspective, it makes a lot of sense. I've said that a million times. It's like, yeah, just say less. They've been watching their competitor in Xbox completely fumble. Like we were talking about telemarketing or whatever, or not telemarketing, but commercials on TV. And the guy like fumbling all this shit and like everything is falling. It's like Xbox has been doing that in slow motion for years. And a lot of that can be traced back to them having to explain and unexplain and explain and unexplain and out explain and all, and they just don't shut up. And I am almost positive that PlayStation has looked at that and said, like, we got to do the exact opposite of that. Look at these fucking idiots.
Mm-hmm.
Like look at these guys. They just won't shut the fuck up. And then constantly it's about the things they say. Constantly. Even with the new CEO, when she's like, hear you on Twitter.
We
It's like
hear
that.
you.
Well, no, it was just I think it's just hear you.
Hear you. Yeah.
And to me, I'm like, just don't. Why are you saying anything? So I totally understand where they're coming from, but I do think you sometimes have to break out of what is logical. And so this is just one of those fronts. They need to get back to their magic a little bit. And it's been years since I've personally felt like they've truly had it. I think the PS5 is an awesome machine. And I think the gaming industry is in a much better shape, much better position than people think or people say. There are so many, like when people are like, I don't know what to play. There's nothing to play. It's like, shut up. Go get another hobby. But I think like their machine, their ecosystem, their communication. So we're working within the confines of that.
Right.
Hear you.
Hear you. Here's this green logo. And all uppercase Xbox. We're back.
Also, I saw that why did they make Xbox into all capital letters?
Jingling
First
keys.
of all, it looks stupid, first of all. Second of all, it's like, why are you doing all these weird, like, come on, man.
I know, dude.
Like, what are you guys doing? What are you doing? But I also, truly, not ironically, the all cap Xbox looks like shit. I hate it. The capital X, lowercase b, lowercase o, lowercase x, which was the standard. I think that actually looks great.
Yeah.
And you're taking up too much space, because especially with the X's on either side, they're big. They're, unless you're in fixed width, they're like huge letters too. So it's like taking up a bunch of space when you're writing it out.
Mm-hmm.
Just little things like that bother me a little bit. But hear you. So anyway, that's it.
That's
Time
it.
to go.
Goodbye.
Should we play chess?
Sure.
All right, hold on a sec. Let me see here. I got to. How do I get back to my play online? Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah. Let me. Where do I want to put this so I can see you and I can see the chat? Oh God, I lost everything.
Oh, you made it big.
Yeah, hold on a sec. There we go. Okay, I think this will work.
Okay. Here we go.
So I'm playing on chess.com, which I've played on for a long time. My ELO or ELO, depending on how you want to say it, I think it is supposed to be ELO, is 800 right now, which is horrible. This, by the way, this is probably worse than I was when I was like 14 years old. But when I'm feeling a certain way in my life, I like to retreat back to a game I love so dearly, chess. I've gotten a challenge from someone here, but he's ranked 1281, so that's not going to be very fun for me. That back when I was younger, that would be right in my wheelhouse. But let's work up to that. You know what I mean? Now, you don't play chess.
No. Not at all. I have played chess in my life and had it explained to me when I was a kid. And I don't remember any of that. So,
yeah, chess is a game where I feel like it's a game of strata. I've tried to always explain this to people. Knowing what the pieces do is easy.
sure.
There are then just radically different levels of play. And it's always fun in person to meet someone that plays chess because it's like it's very unlikely you're going to be on the same level as them. They're either going to be better than you or you're going to be better than them. I was so obsessed with chess when I was a kid in my teens and 20s. I was in clubs and I would go play every day after school and I would read about it. And I got magazines and I had an online subscription in the late 90s and early 2000s to a thing called the Internet Chess Club, ICC, which was like a program you had to pay for to play against other people. And you read books and you study and you become really fucking good. Like people that play chess, and then when you stop, it's like you have to kind of get back into it. So you know how to play and you know the function of it, but when you start playing, you're like, I'm not as good as I was anymore because you're not in it anymore. It's really one of those strange games, and I think people will understand if they play out there what I mean. So let's see if we can get a game going with some random person here.
That's how I felt when I don't play marathon for 3 days. Come back and I'm worthless.
All right, so I pulled someone 785. That's within my wheelhouse here. I'm playing as white.
Oh, you're playing
King's
as
pawn
white.
opening.
You're playing as the whites.
Yeah, I'm the whites.
Sure.
And we go first.
Got it.
And
whites,
we go first.
The whites go first. All right.
Yeah, so it's fun. So as I've gotten older, I've gotten worse, ironically. But it's because I'm not as involved in it as I used to be anymore. And I think 16 or 18-year-old Colin would kill me today. But I just loved it when I was a kid. So it's my relaxation game. And every once in a while I go on chess.com and I just play, see what happens.
Let's see what the audience is saying.
Yeah, please.
Some of them are typing out turns for you.
Oh no, I'm not gonna.
That's in a little back seat. Or no, they're typing out your turns that you did. That's so they can see that.
Yeah, you can see the notation. That was the other thing. When I was a kid, I had a mat. You usually play with chess mats if you're serious, which are things you roll up. And I wrote on marker like the notation on the board so that I can keep my notes by hand when I play Blitz. Blitz is a fast version of chess.
Someone asked a good question. What is keeping opponents from using real-time assistance?
Nothing.
Honor system?
Yeah, there's honor. There's nothing stopping it.
Honor. It's like a chess cheating scandal with a Twitch streamer. year or two ago that I recall. I
Really?
can't remember who that was. It's Dr. Lupo, who
He was playing with the chess engine.
he was playing in a tournament with a chess engine. Yes, something like that.
It's interesting.
And yeah, he got caught.
The funny thing is that there's never been something on the internet from stopping people from cheating. Like Yahoo was a really big place to play chess for many years, and like you can cheat wherever you can do. It's really just an honor system, you know.
Dustin, it would be insanely obvious for somebody in the 800 range to be cheating. Immediate ban. Well,
That's
maybe
true
the
too.
cheating tools are sophisticated enough to not be too good initially.
Yeah. Mm. Are you interested in learning how to play?
Honestly, no. I mean, I'm not really interested in almost any board or card game, traditional or new. I've kind of settled in at this point where I'm just not really into it. Just not really into it. Like,
What I love about chess is, I mean, there's a bunch of things I love about chess. First of all, you know what's a funny thing? I don't know how or when I learned. By the
mm,
time I was in like late elementary school, I knew how to play. So at some point, I was taught by someone. I think it might have been my friend Eric, who was like a really smart dude, who I really loved him when I was young. Um, but it's funny because I don't remember how to, but like by the time I just always knew how to play, you know.
mm,
And then you get deeper into it, and you find someone that's pretty good. And my friend Dave in high school, um, we were like very different. It was so funny. We were like very very different people. He drove like this souped up Honda Civic or whatever. And we were just I was kind of nerdy and did all my things. He was like really cool and popular or whatever, but we were like really good friends over chess, and we would get together. We played probably 1,000 times together, and we would cut school sometimes to go play in New York City at either a chess club or we would go to Washington Square and play Blitz for money. I always lost, obviously. Um, Blitz is very difficult. Bullet, these kinds of games. Bullet is like 1 or 2 minute per side, which is crazy. It's all memory chess basically.
mm,
And the fun thing while there's so much I love about chess, it's an ancient game. Some of the rules are a little different now than they were, say, 1,000 years ago or 500 years ago. There are two things basically that they've added to chess that are different now than they were in antiquity or even a few hundred years ago. Castling, which I'll show you in a minute, and en passant, which we might not even see tonight, which is today, which is a specific move. Other than that, it's been the same. So imagine that you just have notation for hundreds of years of these games, and there, you know this. There's never a game of the same game,
mm.
ever. All right, let's see. Which I just find so fascinating. This is castling, by the way. What I just did there. So that's a new move of perhaps 200 years old.
Oh. But Dustin, what about when they played chess in Chamber of Secrets? You're trolling me. He wants me to expose my nerdiness. Because it's not in Chamber of Secrets that they play chess. Well, they do play chess, but the chess set piece moment is from Sorcerer's Stone.
Chris Hendrick says you play better than 800. By the way, I definitely play better than 800. I will say that I feel like the ratings are harsher and it's harder to be good these days than it was when I was younger. Because I think a lot of people are attracted to this place, and there's just more players. So I wonder if there's been a downward drag. At my highest, I probably played at like 1,500. And I was always in like the 1,100, 1,200 range, even if I was playing badly for a little while. So I'm like definitely worse than I've ever been, but I don't feel like I played that badly. My end game is getting pretty weak. That's what I've realized. Dustin, a chess game is separated into three parts. The beginning, your opening, the mid game, and the end game. The end game is when pieces start leaving the board, and that's the hardest part. Is when there's no congestion and you have to make like really deliberate moves with like 5 moves in advance in your mind.
Mm.
Of like where it's going to go.
Hmm. Someone earlier, I don't know where it was in the chat, was like, well, Dustin, what if the card or board game is digital? And I guess there might be some truth to that because Civilization is kind of like a board game that's digital. Certainly. And what I'm about to say doesn't apply necessarily to chess, but it could. My problem with board games is I do have a bias in bad personal experiences where it's like someone's showing you how to play the game. They're not very good at explaining it. There's like rules or maybe there's something you didn't know halfway through the game. Or there is a respectful argument about a rule set in the middle of it. Someone inevitably is like, well, I didn't know you could do that. So now, I have an unrelated topic I wanted to bring up, but I don't know how much focus you require.
No, do it. I mean,
I'm
not playing for real. If I was playing for real, I wouldn't be on the line. You know?
Okay. Something came up this weekend that I wanted your take on. And man, I really wish he was watching because I want him to be exposed. When I was playing Marathon, I think it was last week with Brad and Pork Poncho, I don't remember how it came up, but I was like, oh yeah, we invented chicken wings in the US. And Porkwood was like taken aback by this. And he's like, you think you invented a chicken's wing? And then on Twitter, I made a little joke because Pork said he had like great food over the weekend. And I responded and said, British people know how to make great food. And then he brought up this chicken wing thing again. Like, oh, we invented the chicken wing. And I'm like, don't be cute with me. You're being cute. We all know that Americans invented when you and I say, oh, we're eating wings.
Mm-hmm.
You know what that is.
Yeah. We
invented chicken wings, the United States.
Here's the thing. Is that there's this no one likes the United States. So they have to pretend like there is no culture here. As if we didn't invent basically all of global culture right now. Right?
Certainly.
Like the very internet you're on, for instance. Just as a little example. Just a little tiny example.
Yeah.
You know? The internet. Just one of those little examples. But so the wing is just one of those casualties of that. No, we can't have anything. We have no culture. No one cares about us. We don't do anything. Except for everyone's obsessed with us. And our entertainment and our politics and our media. Our inventions, our companies.
So someone in the chat here also being cute. Maybe I'm being rage baited, but we're having the conversation. Says, to be fair, chicken wings predate your country. Am I claiming that Americans are the first person to eat the anatomical part of the chicken known as the wing? No. Again, you're being cute. You're being cute. When I say I had wings for dinner last night, we all commonly know what that means. And if you're thinking something else, or trying to make a different argument, you're being fucking cute about it.
I was telling Micah something. I'm like, one of the unfortunate things of going into the summer is now we're going to have European air conditioning discourse.
Oh, the crying.
You know, like. Now we're going to have European air conditioning discourse.
Yeah.
No one gets why you don't have air conditioning in Europe. Like, you need it. You need more. And I got to say, not for nothing. Does it explain a little bit of the kind of like the economic lack of production in Europe comparable to the United States? Think about it. How miserable would you and I be right now if we didn't have AC?
Oh, yeah.
I'd be dying. It was 95 degrees for 5 days in a row. Locke has air conditioning, he says, which is good.
I mean,
that pleases me greatly.
Did we also invent air conditioning?
Yes, we did.
We did in the US?
Yes.
I mean, I was just going to say we did, but not confirm. You know, classic internet move.
His name is Carrier, which is where that company comes from.
Someone said, Dustin, I can smell your stash.
What does that mean? That felt nice.
It probably just smells like my face wash. I've just showered before the stream. And I shouldn't have. Let me explain. I gotta mow the lawn after this. Okay? And I was in the shower and I was like, fuck. I'm gonna do this stream. I'm gonna mow the lawn. And then I'm just gonna have to get back in the shower.
God, it's the worst.
So I was like,
I hate
I
that.
should have just done the stream kind of stinky. And just sucked it up. Be like, oh, well, I'm gonna get stinkier right after. And after hanging out with this chat, I mean, that certainly would make me more stinky. What's your favorite wing flavor? Now that's a question. Recently I've been all about the traditional buffalo flavor. You know, that which is like usually commonly a buffalo flavor is like what, red hot mixed with like butter or something. It's like a smoother red hot. I do like barbecue as well. A spicy barbecue sauce on wings. I'm a fan.
Get air conditioners.
Yeah, you gotta get
I'm sick of hearing about it. I'm sick of the stat that always goes around that more people die in Europe from heat than guns in the United States. You want to talk about preventable deaths? Get a fucking air conditioner, for Christ's sakes. They're like $99.99 at the fucking Walmart. Put it in your window.
Put it in your window.
And stop. I understand you guys don't have HVAC because your buildings are older, or you build differently or whatever. That's fine. There are other solutions for you. I promise. You don't have to feel like this. You don't have to do this. Why are you doing this to yourself? I saw someone, and listen, I get it because I consider myself an environmentalist, but I saw some, like, there was a one of those posts making fun of this or whatever, and then people were being like, it's bad. We want to be cognizant. It's bad for the environment. And people are like, you shouldn't live in this level of discomfort. Go look at China's CO2 emissions. It'll be fine. Your use of the air conditioner will be fine. Taylor Swift flew once from LAX to Santa Monica. Okay? That's 10 miles. You're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. I promise it. All right, let's see here.
Trying to remember what else I did this weekend.
Yeah, talk to me more about everything.
Okay, well, this isn't a thing that happened, but last night I bought tickets to see Backrooms, the movie Backrooms, on Thursday night. And I'm very excited. Colin, do you know anything about the Backrooms?
No.
So it's like an internet, I don't know, it's a chat. I don't know if saying it's a creepypasta is the right thing. It's like this photo that gained prominence from, did you lose?
No, I lost a piece. I'm probably going to lose now. Go ahead. This is, I want to be interested. Like, it doesn't matter what's happening.
So the Backrooms was this photo that gained, some notoriety on the internet with this story, like when you no clip through reality, you end up in this endless hallway known as the Backrooms. And so there was this, I think at the time he was a teenager, a guy that took this concept and made like a YouTube series out of it. And now it is an A24 movie coming out. It was a 4chan. Okay, Chad says it's a 4chan post. It's for 14-year-olds. Okay. You can't get me. You can't get me, Tundra Boy. Nice try. Try harder. Try harder. I'm ready. I got the guard up now.
I know, you're amped up.
Movie is House of Leaves inspired. Dude, I want to read House of Leaves so bad, but I think
House of Leaves is great, dude.
I think I'm too retarded to read House of Leaves.
Hold on, I'll be back.
I've seen it. Colin's gonna bring the book. I've seen it. I don't know if I can do it. It's like it's not like Five Nights at Freddy's. Do a book club. I don't read enough books to do a book club. At least Dustin's self-aware. I try to be self-aware. I try to, I know my limits. I know my limits. It's not like I'm pitching like the oh, I clicked super chat. It's not like I'm talking about like the whatever it is, the amazing digital circus or something. I have no idea what that shit is. Okay, this is a different. Is it online cringe a little bit? Maybe.
Resigning. We'll try again.
Is there any trash talking on this?
You can message. Almost no one does,
Oh,
and you have to have permission to do so.
permission to trash talk, sir.
Well, like you'll get a little thing where it says, "Oh, you can see here, chat." A little red dot will appear there. Then you go there, and then it'll say like, "This person wants to chat," and I always just decline it. So I haven't seen anything anyone's ever said on chess.com my entire life, and that's like 1 out of every 10 people. You know,
the closest thing in my life to this was when I was playing. I think I talked about it on the show. There was like a fan-made One Piece card game sim that you could play online. People trash talk on that like crazy. It was very rude. Kind of fun.
rude.
A little rude, a little fun. It's
rude.
like Slender Man crap. Oh, it is. Okay, it's closer to Slender Man than it is whatever we were talking about before.
Rude.
I did finish the final Harry Potter audiobook over the weekend. I'm a little sad.
Yeah.
It was a long, many-month journey, and now it's over. And so now I don't have anything in life to look forward to.
I'm sorry to hear that. That's awful. That's an awful thing to hear.
I don't think Holly would want to hear me say that, as we are weeks away. But
no, she doesn't want. She definitely doesn't want. That's not what she wanted to hear.
No.
I'm going to tell you right now.
Okay. Now, Hippopotamus in the chat, listen to the audiobook of Dungeon Crawler Carl. It's real good. I don't know much about this man, Dungeon Crawler Carl.
Mm-hmm.
Something about it is reading cringe to me. But I don't want to judge it. I'm just getting the feeling. Isn't Oldest House from Control inspired by House of Leaves? I would believe that from what I know about these things. Dungeon Crawler Carl is 10 out of 10. It's an isekai for white boys. That's really funny. It's self-aware of its cringe.
That guy just threw his queen away. I don't know why. I don't think he realized what he was doing.
This is where you go in the chat and you're like, huh, nice move, idiot.
That was what in chess would be called a blunder. Basically a move where it basically kills your entire ability to win. He could still theoretically win. I've told the story. I must have my proudest moment. Well, not one of my most memorable moments in chess was when I was a kid. And hold on a sec. And I was playing. There was this place in my hometown called Kitchen and Coffee. It was like a cafe, and people used to go there and play chess all the time. And my friends worked there and stuff like that. Actually, when I told the story about how I broke my shoulder and then I biked to where my friend worked to get him to bring me to the hospital, that was the place. And people used to go there and play chess. And I was playing this one guy who was like a local like player of some repute. He was older. He was like in his 50s, and he took my queen in, which is like a dagger to the heart in a game. And I didn't resign because resigning is usually something you do out of honor because you know you can't win. But I wanted to like learn more and like play this guy who was really good and just see like he was killing me. And I ended up winning.
Dude.
And he walked out. because under chess kind of rules, it's like that game should have never even happened. You know? And not that it counted. It wasn't, it was just an exhibition of some, scrimmage game. But anyway. So that was I'll never forget that as long as I live. That was like my proudest moment.
Sure.
I also lived in San Francisco. When I lived in San Francisco, there was this kid there, Justin, who I went to high school with, who was a good friend of mine, and he was an excellent chess player. He was like the champion of my school, and like he was like played in the long tournaments on Long Island and in New York State or whatever. And I never once beat him once, but he used to. I played him scores of times probably, and he was great. And he would always humor me, And then when I moved to San Francisco, that was probably when I was most serious about chess. I was like in like playing in a club and um doing all sorts of shit like that. And I played him and I beat him, and I couldn't believe it. I like couldn't believe it. But he was also probably at his weakest. Like
Mm.
he wasn't that serious about it anymore.
I do think it would, Colin. I know you said no to this, but I do think it would be fun. Maybe in between match. What do you think about playing someone that in the audience?
Yeah, we can do that. Someone challenged me, but he was like a 1700. It's like you're gonna kill me. You know.
Mm.
I mean, I'm fine to do that if that's what you want to see. I actually think I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure even if you win a game at that level of discrepancy in your score, you'll lose points. I'm pretty sure that's
Oh.
true.
Huh.
It's a whole math formula. I'll show you the next time I play it. Like it'll tell you in the beginning, like here's how many you win if you win, here's how many if you lose, and if you draw, you get this. Because like if you're like a 2000 and you're playing like an 800, like why would you get any points for that?
Yeah. Someone said you can't lose ELO if you win a game. You just don't gain points.
You don't gain any. Okay.
And someone's saying play unranked.
I don't care about the ranks personally.
Mm.
In fact, if you want to steal one of my accounts, go ahead and steal this one, and I can begin another one, and it'll go back up to 1,000.
I've never been into ranked modes in nearly anything. Like, I played a little bit of Marathon ranked, and I feel like conceptually Marathon ranked is flawed because you bring your own loot into the ranked match. I feel like even playing field for a ranked match. I get that that's how it works for extraction shooter, but oh my goodness, Locke is here just to Locke, get back to work.
I know you have
go back to work.
Locke, when is that? When is what you're doing going to be ready?
Yeah,
that's a serious question.
Oh, it was the weekend.
Oh, I'm European. We only work 5 hours a week. We're such haters, dude. We're like world class.
Monday
haters.
energy. There's something about it, dude. He's probably trying to farm us right now for clips as we speak. Trying to get us to say something.
It's meta, is what it is.
Yeah. It's a big one. I've been working on it all weekend, sure. And Micah helped. So hopefully late tonight / tomorrow / Wednesday. A 3-day range. Tonight, tomorrow, or Wednesday.
Good. Very good.
Very good.
Very good. Thank you for that. We're in a mood.
Why not next week? You know, who knows? Who knows?
I'll either have it today, tomorrow, or Wednesday. Okay.
All right. He says, see this? This is abuse. All right. Reporting to HR right now. I am HR. Colin's HR.
I'm HR.
Micah is HR. Does Last Stand have HR? No. No, there's no HR here. As you can tell by the months of calling Brad and I gay, there's no there's no HR.
There being no repercussions. I've told the audience before that when I got hired, like when I was an intern, obviously at IGN and a freelancer, but when they hired me, I had to speak. Fox owned them at the time, so I had to speak to the Fox recruiters. And my dad, like I never had a real job, right? Like I worked, I had, but like never like a corporate job. So I told my dad I got this job offer, and he was like, "They're gonna drug test you, and you're gonna fail," kind of thing. And I was really nervous about that because I'm like, yeah, you absolutely were. I was probably completely made of marijuana when I was 20 years old, right? So, I talked to the Fox recruiter. Like they didn't even go public with the job. I got the job offered to me. I think they had to go through like some things for them to like make sure it was all on the up and up. So like you have to talk to these people. You got to do all this stuff. So, um, I talked to the woman and I'm like, I'm trying to figure out a way to. We're talking about salary and start date and all that kind of stuff. And then I'm like, so do you guys like drug tests? And she's like, oh no, we would never be able to hire anyone. That was literally what she said.
Hmm?
And that was my introduction to Fox Interactive Media at that time. And after that, I was like, I wasn't worried about anything.
Let's do some super chats.
Sure.
Oh, let's bring some of these super chats in here, boy. From Dark Matter, $5 super chat says, what's the game plan when it comes to the various showcases in June? Y'all streaming State of Play, Summer Game Fest, and the Xbox Showcase?
It's a good question.
Well, we can 100% confirm we will be streaming the State of Play. I can imagine we would be streaming the Summer Game Fest show as well. I don't actually. I mean, someone knows the date of the Xbox Showcase. I already can't remember when it is, but certainly.
Oh, what did I do that? I'm so stupid. I got to pay better attention. Well, does it really matter how well I'm playing or how well I'm not playing?
To the chat, it will.
Oh,
they'll remember.
Yeah. Well, all right. So it's State of Play, Summer Game Fest,
correct.
Xbox Showcase.
Yeah, those are the three big ones right now.
We could through all three of them. I guess there is some like Xbox interest or whatever, if you want to call it that. But let's see.
It's on a Sunday, the Xbox one. It's kind of nice and kind of annoying at the same time that it's on a Sunday. It's nice because it won't fuck up our schedule, but it is annoying because it's on a Sunday. But yeah, lock in State of Play stream is definitely happening. We will further investigate and let you know about Summer Game Fest and the Xbox Showcase. I can't imagine that we're going to be doing like, if there's like a other third parties, like maybe, but those for the big three and maybe a Nintendo Direct if it gets announced, we shall see. Thank you, Dark Matter. Bearded Wizard. Greetings, gents. What's your favorite obscure adventure / platformer? Recently discovered Hurdy-Gurdy on PS2. Absolutely loved it as a kid.
That sounds familiar.
Hurdy-Gurdy.
Is that really a game? Oh, here it is.
I can tell you my favorite obscure.
Oh, this is a core game.
Oh.
That's interesting. Sorry, go ahead. I interrupted
My favorite obscure platformer is on the PlayStation 1. And specifically, we'll say favorite obscure. It's not my favorite platformer, but obscure. Is a game called Mort the Chicken, which you play as the titular Mort, trying to save the other the chicks that were abducted by aliens. It's a very cute, fun little game. Maybe Blasto? Actually, I've never played Blasto, if I'm being honest.
Blasto's not really obscure.
Yeah. What about Swagman, which is still sitting on my desk after like last month?
Swagman.
Swagman. You boys ever play that Swagman?
That boy's playing his Swagman again.
I don't think this is a 3D platformer. I don't know enough about Swagman.
Oh, that boy's just playing some of that Swagman.
Another not obscure that I still have on my desk is Bubsy 3D.
You gonna get Bubsy 4D?
You know, Jason actually offered it to me, and I said I do not have time for Bubsy 4D right now. And he understood. But I saw the reviews were Not bad, not great. It looked interesting. Oh, is it a 62 on Metacritic? I thought it was like in the 70s.
Yeah, I thought it was better than that. That makes, I mean,
Brad is in the credits.
how do you? It's hard. It's like it would be like going back to, in a way, going back to Duke Nukem or something, where it's like you're. How do you do this? Right, like you're leaning into something. Duke Nukem is even different because, well, people liked Bubsy at one point too, but where you're kind of wondering, like, well, how do I go about this? Like, what's even the purpose? In a way, it's interesting.
Tundra Boy says Brad is in the credits. Is this trolling? How would Brad Ellis himself appear in the credits of Bubsy 4D?
Unknown.
Oh, I guess the when I have a super chat up, it covers part of the board. I just realized.
Oh, that's all right.
I could...
That's fine. Don't worry about it.
All right.
It's the king and a rook, you can see.
Not trolling. Brad mentioned it on his stream the other day. What the fuck did Brad do to get himself in the credits?
Are you upset or like?
I'm just curious. I have no knowledge of this. Was it like a thanks, Brad Ellis, the beating heart of LSM?
He is. He really is. It's
one
incredible
who
what he
cares.
does for us. It really is incredible what he does.
Executive caretaker Kickstarter. Brad said it was a special thanks because he's friends with Jason. Oh, okay, Jason. So Colin and I are.
Yeah, I'm chopped liver.
Yeah,
none of these people would know you. No one would know anything about you, Jason Polanski, at this company if it wasn't for me. It should have been in memory of Colin Moriarty, which would have been dark because it would have suggested that I died.
Well, Jason, all right.
Fair enough.
We know where we stand, Jason.
Yeah, we know where we are now with all of that. That's very interesting. I'll say that.
Oh, here's Pork Poncho. Pork, let me bring this back up, Pork, since you're here. I was saying this $99 super chat was saying talking about Arsenal fans. I was saying how excited you were that your team Arsenal won. So let everyone know, Pork, the #1 Arsenal fan in all of not just the UK but really Europe, maybe the world. So let's just put this on screen here for a few minutes. Maybe not a few minutes, but there we go. That's enough of that.
Yeah, congratulations, by the way. We got that really nice super chat earlier. We didn't even really go into it like that. It was a totally unnecessarily generous thing.
Yeah.
I am fascinated by relegation in that league. Do you know what that is?
No.
The league is split into 2 parts, and if you're bad, you get sent to the other league, which is the shitty league.
Oh, Pork was explaining this to me.
And then you have to win that league to get out of it and get back to the other league.
Yeah.
I really love that system, and I think the NFL should have that. I think that would be fucking awesome. I love relegation. I think it's super cool.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Pork has gone completely silent in the chat, so he must be celebrating the Arsenal win. Okay. Okay, let's see. Who's next? Who is next? Okay, wait, no, here's Pork. I'm here for 5 minutes as I'm about to go out for dinner, but this mention of me has made me glad I'm not watching this stream fully. You've ruined my day.
Wow.
Well, that's what you get for being cute about the chicken wing thing on Twitter, Pork. Don't think I've forgotten.
You thought you were being funny.
You thought you were being funny. You thought you were being smart. No, certainly not. Have a nice dinner.
Have a nice
I know
life.
it's hard to come by where you're at. Okay. Steven Gonzalez. Colin, random question. Were you ever a fan of the band Muse? They're great live, and I'm going to see them again later this year in Dallas.
Yeah, I love Muse. What was that record? Absolution is exceptional. It's completely accept. It's like I love that. I love that record. But yeah, I listen to them all the time. Actually, I was bothering Micah. There are things that I say to Micah that just it like infuriate her because I go on and on and on about them. And I was listening to the song "Uprising" from 2009, and I was saying how much I hate the clap track in that song. It ruins it.
Mm.
Do you know that song?
No.
Like so it's like doo, 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 like just on the floor tom, boom, doo, da, doo, 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 da, doo, 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 da, and it's like super cool. And then they go,
Mm.
and I'm like, God, why did you do that? Like it would have been such a dark. I fucking hate it. Like I can't. I just fixate on that when I listen to that song. I hate it.
I have the most normie take on Muse, and it's I think I only know the song that I believe was in Guitar Hero 3. Is it Knights of Sidonia?
Yeah, that's one of their songs. I
That's
don't know
one of
if
their
it was
songs.
yeah.
It was in Guitar Hero 3. Good song. Good song.
It's like, oh my God.
The Juan one. You saw The Weeknd met Yoko Taro and Miyazaki. I did see that. Good for him. Good for him meeting some of the goats. Honestly, like Yoko Taro and Miyazaki, they're like in the highest echelon of Japanese top tier creators, in my opinion. It was pretty cool. Thank you for that super chat.
All right, let's do something about this and just get this rook off the board. And then I can hopefully put him away. We'll see.
We have a super chat from Death Metal in Your Face that says Hakum was offered to get his account back from Sony, but he no longer trusted Sony with his personal information and he left the community. I think that's the top platinum hunter.
Yeah, Hakum. Yeah, I mean, you can't really blame him.
Yeah.
You know, like it's a really shitty situation. What happened to him? You know, I just think it's crazy that so the number 1 and number 2 trophy people. Could you imagine Microsoft ever treating that Stallion guy like that?
Mm.
Micah just texted me, shut up about the song, shut up about the song. But I think she's doing it like in the like shut up about the sun from The Office.
Mm. The Assassin AK with another super chat. And thank you, Death Metal in Your Face. So Take-Two wants to buy new studios. Remedy,
Yeah,
maybe?
I saw that.
I think they're interested in teams that make money. I don't know if Remedy would fit that bill.
Yeah, I saw people saying Remedy too, and I'm like, I don't know why they would want Remedy, but I love Remedy, but there's no money in that. Unless they really believe that there's like a method to the madness where it's like they need this one thing, marketing or whatever, that we can do for them. But otherwise I don't think so. I fucking hate the
Max
Endgame
Payne.
so much.
I don't think Remedy does not own Max Payne.
Yeah, that's Rockstar.
I guess there is that connection.
They are
there is that connection.
Well, they are doing it too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is interesting. I mean, just take it. Do what you want.
Just take it. Any Revs, once again, says, sorry for the typo, boys. Meant to say first title in 22 years. And Colin, we actually played Crystal Palace on the final day.
Oh, interesting.
There you go. Thank you for that. Oh, here's a fun one. Nerf Ninja says, shout out to everyone that fell for long Elsland Viper.
Oh yeah, I mean that's reasonable enough. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we didn't know what was going on Friday night. I because Micah messaged me when it happened, and then eventually you called me. But I was having a post dinner like food coma 20-minute nap on the couch. And so I eventually like sit up and I look at my phone and there's a million messages. I was like, oh shit. What's going on Friday night? Come on, man. You won.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, here's someone that's challenging you that's level 1,000. That's a little closer.
So, but are these people in our community, I wonder?
I would imagine that they're watching the stream.
So let's go with
someone
him.
From the UK also.
This guy was first, so let's go with this guy.
Yeah, he was first. All right. Is this someone in the chat?
If you're in the chat, let us know.
They're going to stream snipe you.
Please don't stream snipe me.
Okay, who's next here? Uncharted Wolf. You guys should do a stream watching old game commercials, something like the PlayStation E3 1996 stream, which I also hope y'all go back to soon.
Yeah, I would like to do that. I was so disappointed when we did the 1995 one because I was so well prepared for that and was so good, and it got all fucked up because of technical issues, and that really pissed me off.
We're reliable now.
Yeah, that's true.
We're fully. I mean, now that I say that, something's gonna happen. But we haven't had a stream crash or anything like that, really since then. So, or maybe it was the stream after that it was the Mind's Eye stream. The Ritual Network took us down.
I know the Ritual Network did get us that day.
I would be a little worried about old game commercials that there would be a chance of being copyrighted. I mean, I guess that's also the case because a lot of game ads are in, those E3 press conferences. So, yeah, maybe. Deported Sicilian gamer. Okay, he's making a joke. He says, sorry to hear Tim Geddes hacked your PlayStation account, Colin. Threatening that Dustin is next is just too much.
Stop talking about Tim already. For Christ's sake, leave him alone.
Leave him alone. Leave Tim alone. But thank you for that super chat.
What was that person's name?
I don't know. The Leave Britney Alone guy.
Yeah, that was like one of the original big YouTubers, right?
Yeah, it's one of the early viral videos of YouTube.
Leave Tim alone.
You could,
like people didn't know to be on the lookout for things that were so clearly fake.
Yeah,
which was interesting.
Uncharted Wolf said you could probably just delete the VOD afterwards. We don't want to delete the VOD afterwards. There is a little bit of
Chris
business
Crocker,
sense.
by the way, that's the name that people are saying in the chat. Chris Crocker.
Oh,
pardon.
We want to keep the VOD up because while we're doing this because we like it, we also would like to make money, and we make money on the VODs afterwards. So, but maybe I don't know. That could be a concession to it.
Oh my goodness! I'll tell you what. I'm gonna tell you what.
Boy.
Always got that swagman.
Dude, I keep the swagman.
I brought my boy to the Blockbuster Video Wave, just renting himself a game. It called it Swagman.
It called itself the Swagman. Fat Cat Sally? Hey fellas, what makes a great game review in your opinion? A great game review? If we're talking about a review and not an analysis, I think that's kind of two different things, but they get mixed up sometimes. To me, a review, what I'm looking for is someone to inform me about the game along with what their opinion is on things in it in a concise and not overly long way. I looked for reviews for purchasing decisions. Now, some people have turned their reviews into full-blown critiques. And that's fine. I think I'm maybe being a bit pedantic about like what's a review, what's a critique. I feel like those should be two different things. Like our spoiler casts are more in a critique camp than a review camp, but really they're neither. So that's when I search a review for a game on YouTube and I see something that's 35 minutes long. No, thank you. I don't want to know 35 minutes worth of information about a game. Personally, some people do, and those options are available to you, but I want a review to be like 10 minutes or less. Someone's responded, what makes a good review? If it aligns with my opinion. I mean, a lot of people do feel that way.
I watched the Red Letter Media, Mike and I watched it last night. Red Letter Media, Grogu, Mandalorian.
I did not watch all of it, but I watched some of it.
Did you hear their new George Lucas voicemail?
Oh yeah, he's like, dude, they have that guy coming on. I can't remember his name.
That's not Rich Evans doing that?
No. They're having that guy that's on Best of the Worst. The guy that was on Craig Ferguson as the skeleton. Someone will know his name in the chat. I like the one. There was one he did in a previous video that's like, hey, it's George here, and Misa getting a little angry at you guys. In fact, Misa getting a little pissed off.
Yeah.
Oh, Josh Robert Thompson. Yeah. Dude, this Josh Robert Thompson guy, the episodes of Best of the Worst that he's on are excellent. And they're so smart that they keep bringing him back on a regular clip because he is just really, really fucking funny. Some people don't like him though because a lot of his humor is like impressions and doing voices. I don't know, maybe that makes me a simpleton, but I think he is really, really fucking funny. Okay. He's more than that, I think. Funny. Yeah, he is. I think he's more than that, but I know that some people in their comment. I mean,
Misa getting a little pissed off.
Misa getting a little pissed off.
The most recent one was so funny because it's like after you guys ruined my career.
Yeah.
Kind of
like... Well, he's like, hey, it's George Lucas here, creator of the Star Wars saga.
Yes, saga.
Creator of the Star Wars saga.
Very funny.
Okay. What's next? Oh, and Mandalorian and Grogu. What are we doing? When that review
trash and garbage.
That review was like immediately confirmed everything that most people ever thought about that movie. That it was intended to be a Disney Plus thing. Certainly.
When I discovered, and I'm sure this is well known if you're more into it, but I just didn't know this, that Pedro Pascal is not even in the suit.
Yeah.
And Mike and I were talking, I'm like, if you're an actor, isn't that the coolest part?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like, I would be like, taking off the helmet is fun, and I'm sure there's scenes of him doing that, but like, isn't being in the suit and being the character, isn't that like so corny? Ugh.
Are you watching Liar's Game? I don't know what Liar's Game is. I have been hearing about it's like some show on Apple TV that's like a comedy horror show. I don't know if anyone's watching that. Both Jimmy and my friend Jason told me about it within the span of 24 hours. So maybe I'll check that out. Okay. Nerf Ninja says, I hyped myself up thinking Barry would release the numbers on the Sacred Symbols Plus episode. It's my own fault. Release the numbers, Barry.
Yeah, he won't do it. He doesn't care what you think. So eat it.
Widow's Bay is the name of the show. Should I watch Widow's Bay? I have Apple TV Plus. Comes with my Apple One subscription. I don't use it very often.
More like Widow's Gay.
Widow's Gay. Mike asked if anyone's cooking up the Dr. Pepper sausages for Memorial Day. I would absolutely cook up some Dr. Pepper
Sounds
sausages.
so. It sounds so gross.
I like Dr. Pepper or anything really. Dr. Sheets used to have a Dr. Pepper barbecue sauce that they removed, but I have some insider info
Oh,
about the Sheets product line. I'm hearing good things about fans of Dr. Pepper barbecue sauce at Sheets.
interesting. Very interesting.
Speaking of Dr. Pepper, I kind of want a Diet Coke now. Maybe I'll go get one.
Wait a minute. How do I want to do this?
I have a tiny bit of heartburn from all the food I ate yesterday, so I'm thinking it might be good to wash it down with Diet Coke.
Yeah, that'll be good. That's good for you.
Okay. Zeron has a super chat. It says, it's great to see Colin want to reunite people with their stolen accounts. It's up to Sony to restore people's trust. After all of this, some will not come back easily.
Yeah, I mean, it's got a. I keep looking at this on my left monitor on the left side. I have the hurdy-gurdy box art up, and it's fucking annoying the hell out of me. So I got to get rid of that. Yeah, I want to. I just feel like we got to use this as a positive in some way. Hopefully, a double-barreled positive of making the changes that need to be made, and then getting people's accounts back. Because I just can't. First of all, I thank everyone for watching and listening to our podcast, where we went into all of this, but I simply can't believe, like, there's so many levels to it, where it's like there's this whole level of people getting their accounts boosted, and that's horrible. And then there's this other level of those accounts just being permanently gone forever. And it's like, well, what are you talking? Like, what, like, literally, like, what are you talking about? You can't do that to people. It's not a joke. Some people have tens of thousands of dollars and 20 years wrapped up in these things. It's not a library card. You know what I mean? It's,
yeah.
And if they really want to keep this business going for decades more, and I think they do, and I don't mean Sony, I mean the PlayStation imprint, it's conceivable that the account you made in 2006 is the account you'll be using in 2050. That's completely within the realm of possibility. And you and the more it goes on, the more valuable it becomes, both literally and figuratively. So as we move into this all digital situation, it's like, this is the thing that needs to be nipped in the bud. And it's crazy to me that people can have their accounts stolen and then just sold. And Sony's like, well, that other person owns that account now. It's like, what do you mean? They act like they have no control. It's like you can do whatever you want. Oh my God.
So what's the state of this chess game? Are you being creamed or are you the creamer?
I think it's even right now.
Even.
But he's better than me. So as the game goes on, it's going to become harder for me probably.
Mm-hmm. We're all screamers and creamers.
That's right. Oh, that's right.
Oh,
It's disgusting.
Grew me? I don't know. Hello, lads. Hope you are both doing well. I don't know. My account was hacked on PlayStation 4, and it took me about 2 weeks to get everything sorted out. I was paranoid for a few years afterward. Sony has to sort it out, because who knows if they ever will. Oh, that was a £50, or is that
so that's like $8,000.
Is that a pounder or no? It's not a euro, right?
Where is it here? I can't see. No, that's a euro.
Oh,
50
euros.
Euro.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what it is. It's not USD. No, but thank you. 50 euros. Appreciate it. Now, Tundra Boy, you can troll me, but you don't have to be mean about it. You don't have to be mean. Don't be mean.
Don't be mean.
I try to avoid interacting with any other currency other than the USD and yen.
Yeah, the yen, of course, your home country's
My home country's
currency.
Yeah. They really do need to sort out the yen. Like it gets like comical when you're talking about high dollar amounts. Mitchell Miller. Says Colin, give Gambonza a try. Chess roguelike.
Qua?
Gambonza. Gambonanza.
Joe Lamas says hit him with an ad. We haven't done that in a while.
Careful.
Chess roguelike. Yeah, I don't like chess. There are like chess with different rules and stuff like that, and I don't like that. There are chess permutations where like the layout of the pieces is random. What's that guy's Magnus Carlsen, like the great chess player? Like he's so good and he's so bored, I think, with normal chess that like he's obsessed with these variants of the game because they're like, and I think Bobby Fischer was the same way, actually, back in the day, back in Bobby Fischer's day.
Shout out, Bobby Fischer.
But yeah, maybe I'll check that out. It seems like there are more chess things coming to PSN, especially, which is cool.
I remembered what I did Friday, Colin. Friday morning, you
Yeah.
know, with Sacred wasn't coming out, so I'm like, I can do whatever I want.
Yeah.
Took Holly, went and got some coffee.
Yeah.
Then I went and we got McDonald's breakfast.
Oh, love that.
I got a McGriddle. And then we went to the park, walked around a little bit, connected with nature for a minute or two. Quite nice morning.
That's so that you just got a McGriddle. That's it.
Because I already got a coffee at the coffee shop. And the McDonald's hash brown is not that great.
What did hold on a second.
What did Holly get?
Yeah.
So
sorry, I was just in the middle
I think she got, what is it called when it's just like an English muffin at McDonald's? They have their own name for it. English muffin, egg, bacon. She cannot have cheese or anything.
What is that? An egg McMuffin?
Oh, I guess it was egg McMuffin. Right. She got the egg McMuffin with bacon, no cheese. It was quite
That's
nice.
okay. That's what I love. I gotta be honest with you. I'm a hotcakes guy.
The big breakfast. The big breakfast.
But you could get the big breakfast.
Yeah.
Big breakfast. That's a joke between Dagan and I going back to the 90s.
I remember editing that episode of Knockback where you discussed that. It's somewhere it was still in my mind.
It's just so stupid because it's like such a stupid thing that just happened that we just think is so funny to this day. Like Dagan lived in Connecticut in the 90s and he was an animator at a place called Funny Bone Interactive. And what am I missing here? I feel like I'm being trapped.
Someone said, why no cheese? Holly is very lactose intolerant.
I see what's going to happen here. Oh, maybe that won't be a thing either, though. What am I missing here? Yeah, I don't know.
I got a gaming question from my friend Jason on text. Should I read it to you guys? Maybe chat can help.
I still don't understand this. Sorry, I'm distracted right now.
That's okay. You lock in. Jason, my buddy Jason texted me. He said, is it worth trying to figure out how to play Subnautica 2 on Mac? My coworkers are trying to get me to play. Does Subnautica 2 have a Mac port? Because if it has a Mac port, it's probably not too bad. He has a pretty new MacBook Air. Like, he bought a MacBook Air this year. So if it has a Mac port, it might be worth him trying. Imagine how much AI code was used to make Subnautica 2. They're the ones that put out the full AI trailer, right? I think your opponent's on tilt, Colin.
Why wouldn't I just want to trade down at this point? Let's get the queens off the board.
Subnautica 2 Mac. There's no Mac port. I'm going to say there isn't a Mac port, so any solution to play it will be fucky. You could run Parallels or something, of course. 1,000 people watching Colin play chess. People are off work today.
Yeah, it's good. I hope everyone's having a good day.
We're hanging out. We got a weird energy.
We do. We always have a kind of a weird sort of energy.
I like it though, because Colin, and each show can be different. I'm not saying we need this every time, but we've got a united front right now against against the rage baiters. But to be fair, I mean, we're doing a little rage baiting ourselves, aren't we?
Yeah, we do a little bit of rage baiting.
Delicate dance.
We do a little bit of rage baiting every now and again over here. We do like to do ourselves a little bit of rage baiting. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, so Dagan worked in Connecticut. I used to go visit him for like weekends sometimes, and we would go to McDonald's, and we went to McDonald's to get breakfast one morning, and there was just this dude, he looked kind of like Big Show, just a tall, doofy white guy. At the end, we ordered the big breakfast. And I can't even say it right because we like for 25 years have been more than that, 27. But the guy kept saying, he's like, all right, one big breakfast. And then be like, actually, let's get two. He's like, all right, two big breakfast. Like he couldn't say it. And ever since then, we thought it was the funniest thing. And so it's just one of those little things that we still say to this day, all these years later. It might have been around the time we went and saw Phantom Menace, but I'm not entirely sure about that.
The next super chat is from Nick. Are we getting some E3 vibes from the week of SGF? Certainly there is always a little bit of E3 vibes from the Summer Game Fest week. But it's not. It's never quite the same. It's never quite E3 level. Certainly it sounds like it, at least on the PlayStation front, sounds like we've got a lot to look forward to. Cool stuff.
Ash R says Burger King shits on McDonald's. There was a time where that was true. McDonald's always had better fries. I'll always stand by that. McDonald's fries are like untouchable.
S tier.
But like I've said it once, I've said it twice, I've said it 5 times, I've said it a dozen times, I've said it 100 times. There are no good Burger Kings anymore. Where are they? Where have they gone? What is this all about?
Somebody said, I heard Burger King has made a big comeback. 28-3 comeback. Some sports analogy.
Oh, that's a Super Bowl Patriots Falcons reference. I don't even know why that's happening.
I feel
love how indignant you were about that, by the way. Yeah, you were like kind of indignant.
It's not going to work on me. God bless him. But it's just it's not an effective way of communicating right now.
Yeah.
Burger King, I don't go there very often. I maybe go to Burger King once every 3 months, 4 months, a few times a year. Last couple times I've been there, pretty good. Like significantly better than in the previous years. You know who's fallen off? Wendy's.
Mike has been saying that.
Wendy's has fallen off so hard. It's just not good. Food's always like lukewarm. It's not great.
Fear the Beard says, haven't found an above bad BK in 2 decades. That's what I'm saying. There were 2 of them in San Francisco. They were both fucking shit. Like shit. To the point where I'm like, how can you fuck this up so bad? I'm telling you, the one in Dover, New Hampshire was like S tier Burger King.
Well,
it was the best. It was the best.
You got to go to your Burger King, Colin. Surely there's one in that like long strip of.
Oh yeah, there like of that little piece of Long Island that we have here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Of just strip malls for 17 miles straight.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is a Burger King in there. Mike and I have never gone to that. We should just jump on one day and go to that.
I think you should for science, just to find out. Now, famously, Colin Moriarty, you don't want to waste a meal.
No, right? I hate wasting meals. That's a big thing for me.
So it is a risk to go to the Burger King. But
waste not, want not, as they say.
Okay, next super chat. We still have a lot of these. Wow. Okay. Thank you guys. Anthony Thacker, age verification. Trust me, bro. Really, Sony? I'm guessing this was related to our PlayStation security conversation.
Age verification. Trust me.
Trust me,
Oh
bro.
yeah, like that to me is. I understand the age verification stuff being more flippant because it's like you lied. It's like okay, like I think they're just absolved at that point, right? Because I've always thought that was funny too. Like, especially when you get into the point of like telling the thing you're 120 or 130 years old, like you just pull all the pull downs. Like, it's like January 1st, 1900. Yeah, I'm 126. Okay, and no one gives a shit.
Micah said to ask you about the burger buns.
Oh my God, Micah bought these burger buns. I don't know. They were fine, like Pepperidge Farm, fine brand. They were the worst buns ever. They were made of like asbestos. Like you would hold them and they would like disintegrate.
Yeah.
Sometimes Micah comes home with some bullshit where I'm like, what are you doing, dude? I grocery shopped since my teens for myself for many years. And she's just coming home with nonsense, like at a clip that I can't fathom.
This is reminiscent of the Tony Soprano. I like the kind that says some pulp. The
Some
orange
pulp,
juice
yeah.
that has some pulp. Okay, who's next? Who's next here? Thank you for that super chat, whoever it was. Anthony. E Nasty. How do you feel about online chess versus IRL chess? I feel like the view of the board makes such a difference.
Yeah, I love in real life chess. It's just hard to play in real life. You have to find. It's always like even when I was a kid, long before the internet. Well, the internet existed, but when people were playing a lot in person. Yeah, whatever. Who cares? I mean, who cares? Obviously, like I'm like excruciating. I'm like making like these excruciating says like they matter. In real life, chess is excellent. It's just hard to, like I was saying, like online chess has always been so great because it makes it easy for you. By the way, I'm going to be able to, well, no, I'm not even going to say it because I think the person's watching this, obviously. So I was about to say like what my plan was. So online chess is so, because back in the day, do you know what I think it was called Chess Master? Have you ever heard of this? It was like a thing where I think they started coming out in the late 70s, early 80s. And it was like a chessboard that you would like play on, and then you would put what you did into like a computer, like a little thing, and then it would spit out like the notation, and then you would move the opponent's piece. And that was the first time you had that sort of. And there's also something called what correspondence chess, where you can play like moves by mail. Like that's the way people like in prison used to play and shit like that. It's kind of interesting.
Takes like 5 years to play a
Yeah,
single
it's
game.
ridiculous. It's completely ridiculous.
That's funny. Interesting. Okay, who's next? Thank you, E Nasty. Appreciate it. Death Metal in Your Face once again says, I noticed the skills I gained in chess transferred over to video games. Pattern recognition, tactics, strategy, positioning, etc. My gaming leveled up.
Yeah,
that would make sense.
Chess is a wonderful game. I highly recommend it. Like it's such a wonderful game. But I think it's it's difficult for people to wrap their heads around. I think easy knowing what to do with the pieces is easy. It's like knowing how to play the game is an entirely separate matter.
Thank you, Death Metal in Your Face.
Thank you.
Slayer Giant wants to know, what's a bigger train wreck, Aaron Rodgers or Bungie? Aaron Rodgers is making money.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers back. He's playing again for the Steelers. I'm sure you saw that.
Yeah, whether you like him or not. But Bungie,
poor Bungie.
To be fair to Bungie, it depends on what metric where you're viewing them from. Because in some sense, Bungie has made my game of the year so far. That's not worth nothing.
Yeah.
But with that said, my personal game of the year has nothing to do with their bottom line. So,
I'm really impressed with Pragmata.
Oh, it's good shit.
I haven't really been playing so much this week, but I've been sitting down a little bit here and there and playing it, and it's so novel.
Yeah.
There's not much of that anymore. There really hasn't been too much novel stuff in years, really, because like it's reducing down to what people like and what people play, and so people doing truly new novel things. I'm so glad Capcom stuck with it. I would love to know more about what happened. It took forever. It took them forever to make this game, and yet they stuck it through. It almost seemed silly,
Mm-hmm.
right? But then it sells millions of copies. Now they have a new thing.
Yeah.
It's really good. It's really, really fun, and it's hard.
Mm-hmm.
I actually think it gets pretty tough as well. And I'm playing on normal difficulty. I'll try it again on the. There's like an epilogue, and then I guess it unlocks like a harder difficulty or something. So
I think I'm one sitting away from beating it, but I've just I'd like to beat it and then go into the spoiler cast, so the ending is at least fresh for me. So, just kind of sitting there for me to finish.
I don't think it's a spoiler that you start with a pistol and you get a machine gun later in the game,
Yeah.
as like your basic weapon in Pragmata, and I'm like, this thing sucks. Like it takes so long for it to reload.
I think you can
reloads
switch it
like
back.
a bullet. No, you can.
Yeah.
But I was surprised because it's like it reloads a bullet at a time. I thought it was going to be weak and then it would reload like pretty quickly. But it's like, no, it's both weak, inaccurate, and it's going to reload one bullet at a time. I like all the little accoutrements in the game too, like the memories of Earth, the Earth memory, REM, I think they call them, or something like that in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Random Earth memory. And you're kind of constructing a little childhood kind of sitch for her. Like
yeah. A little home.
It's cute. Yeah, it's cute.
Mr. K, YT, love you. Every time I think about offing myself, y'all show up and distract me till it passes.
Oh, that's nice.
Colin, what is it like working with a Canadian? Does he talk weird?
No,
Barry
he
say
doesn't talk.
talking a boot?
No, he doesn't talk too weird, no. No, he don't. No, he don't.
This next name, is it Eric Aiden? ARIKAIDEN. Is it Eric Aiden or is it Eric Hayden? Nobody knows because there's no
there's no way of knowing for sure.
There's no way of knowing. Colin, I was listening to Super Knockin' Boots 10 earlier, and you are low-key insightful about relationships. In the future, would you consider a relationship/sex podcast? Maybe add Jaffe and Gene.
Can you imagine 3 worse people to be talking to you about relationships than me, Jaffe, and Gene? Could you even imagine a worse group of people, to tell you about relationships? I don't even remember what I would have said on that. That podcast was low-key really big. Which is funny when you like go back and think about it. It was a fun thing that Damon was doing for a while. And such a different time. Like they used to record that at IGN and stuff. Like you would never get away with that today. We ruined that for everyone. Sorry.
Yeah.
Well, no, I see someone say put Randy on the pod.
Put Randy on the pod.
Yeah, that would be poor Randy. I thought Randy had a redemption arc, but it was left at 50-50. There's unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on how you look at it, but it's probably unfortunately, we're probably gonna have to go back into that at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another name. Orub Sky or Orubsky? Who knows? Where you at? There you go. Still waiting for that Arc Raiders stream. Enough time has passed for things to feel fresh for Dustin and Chris since they last played. Truly think Colin would dig it too. Cheers, boys. I can tell you, Colin may find it interesting, but I don't know if I would use the words dig it.
Dig it. Will he dig it? Probably not.
I am only hearing about the most extremes of Arc Raiders right now on Twitter and other places. But it sounds like the LARPing on Arc Raiders has exceeded my
Your
interest.
wildest expectations.
Yeah, the like the people that crash out because you shoot them or something. Like the amount of role playing, it's like nah. I'm playing the video game to play, to shoot, to kill. Though a little social interaction here and there can make things interesting. I did the most heinous thing in Marathon a few weeks ago. I shot a rook and killed him 2 seconds before he got in at Final Exfil. I gained nothing from it, and he lost everything. I gained zero from it. And I only did it because someone did it to me a few days earlier. It was... I felt a little bad about it. You won. You beat the audience member.
He resigned, yeah.
Oh, he resigned. Okay, that's still...
I have 2 other challenges. Should I keep going?
Sure.
Take them.
We have a lot of super chats, so we can, if you can play and we can super chat, read those, right. And cycle of violence. That's true. It was the cycle of violence. Honestly, it was like Last of Us Part 2. You know, it was very obvious about its messages, just like Last of Us Part 2. He's locked in. He can't hear me.
Sorry, what were you?
I was making fun of Last of Us Part 2.
Oh.
Because someone said it's the cycle of violence. I was like, yeah, me playing Marathon, it's just like Last of Us Part 2. It's not subtle in its message.
I will say this. Marathons adding PvE, right?
Correct. There is...
I'm probably going to try that.
Okay. Yeah, we can play it on stream. I think
because I was also thinking about doing the rook stuff. I think that would be fun, actually. As long as I was alone and like what you are, and like you're just kind of working on your own and you're just trying to fuck like either survive or just fuck around. Like that doesn't sound so bad.
Rooks are insanely powerful right now. They buffed rooks. They have like way better shields. Rooks are... It's hard because you're either scavenging or you're trying to 1v3 people. Or you can team up with some rooks, which can be fun. Colin, rooks to riches. Okay, Mr. KYT says Obsession was also made by a YouTuber and it's excellent. I'd be shocked if Backrooms ends up being better. Definitely see it, Dusty. I've been hearing about Obsession. It's probably something I will not go to the theater to see, but I will see it at home when it comes out. But I've been hearing good things. What Darren plays says, I would pay $100 for a Colin Arc Raider stream where he plays solo rounds and you tell him nothing. He says he put up $100.
Why does everyone want to, like, I don't understand where this torture porn comes from for me. It's like, I'll pay a lot of money for Colin to do something that he doesn't want to do. You know, it's like,
well,
why don't you
here's
pay me
what
for
they're
things
saying,
I want
Colin.
to do? Why don't you pay me $100 to play Mega Man? Be like, I'll pay Colin $1,000 for him to play Mega Man 3. No one ever says that.
Because, Colin, okay, some people will say I'm glazing you right now. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I am. You're able to take your suffering and make it fun and entertaining for others. And
well,
that's
good.
what they want.
I mean, I'm a very unserious person. So I try not to get too serious unless bad things are happening. You know, like, so even we have to count our blessings. I get to play video games.
Mike, Colin pays $500 a year to watch the Jets be bad, but he doesn't understand why the audience would do the same for him.
But it's not the same. I'm watching them in hopes that they'd be good.
The audience is also hoping you'd be good. They want to see you overcome.
It doesn't feel like that sometimes.
I get it. I get it. We streamed Marathon for like 4 hours that Friday and had nearly zero success. But it was fun. It was fun. Okay, who's next here? Who is next? From the Neon Pact. Hey, Colin, I'm designing a solo game project, a comedic stealth sandbox. I think I have some novel ideas. How do I give it the best chance for some market success? Marketing firm, Steam events? Thanks, boys.
For marketing firm, Steam. I mean, marketing firm. I mean, I don't think that would be worth your money. Steam events, yes. Going to these smaller game jam type things too, where people play each other's games, you know, these smaller festivals or whatever, like there are a lot of good options. Hold on, I gotta move because everything's timed, obviously, so I need to be somewhat deliberate here.
Maybe not a marketing firm, but a PR firm, which does some, can handle some marketing. You
Yeah,
could
like
hire Ben.
I think you got to worry about your game first. We didn't hire Ben to do our PR until we understood we had a good game. You
Yeah,
know,
fair.
I think you need to start there. And it says you're designing it. Does that mean you've built it? Who are you, like a one man operation, like Barry was, or like Tom Happ? Um, there are I you know there it's extremely hard, dude. Like it's extremely hard out there, and it's not for lack of great games. There are great games around every bend. It's just like trying to find your people. And so I think you have to be very deliberate in doing that, whether that's like having a Discord community and even just getting your game in front of as many people as possible. But I feel like solo development is obviously, it's ironic because solo development is both the easiest way to do everything right now. And in terms of lack of friction, it's obviously the hardest in terms of interdisciplinary work. It's crazy amount of things you have to know how to do. Look at the Concerned Ape or whatever that guy is, the guy that does Stardew Valley. It's like, that gives you maximum freedom, but it allows you to not spread things around. And I think that's kind of sucks. Like having multiple people that can hit the marketing front, multiple people that internally know how to do different things better than others, whether someone is good at making thumbnails or writing headlines, descriptions. Um, like when I look at some games on PSN, sometimes I'm like, man, like who wrote this tripe? Like little things like that matter. You need to have as like many people as possible. And I don't mean the games themselves. I mean like the descriptions. It's like, this is awful. Who picked this thumbnail? You know, like who wrote this title? Like all these different things, all these little things matter. So maybe try to like attract people to your project and spread the field a little bit.
Yeah.
But either way, I mean, I totally dig the solo dev thing. I don't have the talent to do that. You know, like there's no doubt about that. So
Okay. We have a great name here. Dixie Normus.
Dixie Normus.
Dixie Normus says, Colin, what sort of interaction, if any, have you had with Victor Lucas? Love an interview with him. He was/is the face of gaming for Canadians.
Yeah, I've met him. I don't really remember very much about it. I do have one weird memory though, is that like that kind of paints things a little weird for me for him, which is that like after I had left Kind of Funny, he had done some sort of interview with someone at, I don't know, like it was Greg or someone at Kind of Funny, and people were leaving nice comments about me and they were deleted because I saw them on that YouTube channel and I was like, oh, that's nice. And then they were deleted.
Mm.
And I'm like, why? Like, and I always remember that, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't really know anything about him.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Dixie. Saladin. Why do Americans keep insisting on using Fahrenheit when the rest of the world uses the far superior measurement of Celsius?
Because we don't care. It's
We
important
do it
you
all,
remember
we
that.
do things a little differently over here.
We do like to do things a little bit differently, a little more traditionally here in the United States. It's funny because like that ship has sailed. I believe in the 80s. So like when I was like toddler or an infant going into maybe nursery school or whatever, there was and older people that are listening might remember this. There was a drive, like a very concerted effort to go over to the metric system in a lot of different ways. Like there was like a move to be like, let's do it. And then everyone's like, nope. You know, you can only push us so far. I have no I mean, I understand fundamentally that a kilometer is like what, a seventh of a mile, or not a seventh, 7/10 of a mile, or whatever, something like that. But I don't know what it is in my head. It's the same thing with like a meter. It's like, what is a meter? I think it's a couple of feet almost, or something like that. But I know what a foot is, or an inch. And I have no idea what a Celsius degree feels like, but I know what it is to be 90 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm not unlearning all of that. I'm sorry to say. Not now, not ever. You're absolutely right. Our system makes no sense, and it's cool to have systems that all intertwine. And I mean, no one disputes that. But I like it the way
The ship has sailed.
I personally like that we do things. I like that we do everything differently. Like even the calendar. Like I like that we're just like, nah. Why can't we do that? Does it bother you so much? Doesn't affect you.
Yeah. The next super chat is from Boots. Boots says, Colin, if Kindle sells a copy of the story of Insomniac games, do you get royalties or does it go to IGN?
IGN.
Yeah.
I don't own that. I wrote it for them. I remember that being an experiment, though, that we were like putting that up as an ebook.
Yeah. When you work for a company, your output is owned by the company. So.
Yep.
How it works.
That's the way it goes. That's why I don't do that anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Like it honestly upsets me that neither Greg or I have Podcast Beyond. It's always going to bother me. I've said it for years. Like Greg really built it. It's kind of unfair, you know, like I understand that's how it goes. I'm not stupid. I just think it's kind of like you can't, there's just irreplaceable things. It belonged with one of us. It's still going too. I looked at it a few weeks ago and I'm like, I don't think I know who any of these people are. It's like it's a totally different version of the show. And I'm like, so why not do a different show? That always, I wasn't an original member of Podcast Beyond, but I was on it with 4 original members. So anyway.
Desmolo says, can you get, he says Lucky Palmer, but it's Palmer Lucky.
Yeah.
From Endural.
Yeah. I've DM'd with him before. He's friends with Blake.
Blake Harris.
Yeah. And Blake's a friend of mine. So we've been connected through them or through him. It would be fun to have him on. He actually came up on my Sacred Symbols Plus episode with Alyssa Mercante, because I was like, everyone's upset about this character assassination, political assassination kind of stuff with people's opinions or whatever. And I'm like, Palmer Lucky was a very early example of that in games. Now, it worked out awesome for him. He made a weapons company and works for the government, in addition of selling Oculus already, all of that. But I'm like, he does have some shit to say and he knows games. And I think that's how, Blake wrote that whole book about him. Mm-hmm. But he's a gamer, capital G, perhaps.
Yeah. I read Blake's book.
It would be fun to have him on at some point. Yeah.
It's a great book. It's called The History of the Future.
That's right.
And it's about Palmer Lucky and the founding of Oculus and the eventual, as you were saying, the canceling of Palmer Lucky.
Right, precisely.
Yeah. And yeah, Mark the Zuck, he got zucked, really. And
sucks to zuck.
He got zucked. Okay. Who is next? It's going to be Car Crasher. Colin, how many turns ahead are you analyzing?
A few right now. I can't pay very close attention.
Yeah.
But I'm not capable of doing much more than a few at a time. Anyway, so.
Jake DeLoma. Hello, boys. With Destiny 2 ending support and according to Jason, no Destiny 3 happening and more layoffs, could this be Bungie's end? Would Sony cover their development costs for 3 to 5 years? Love, LSM.
Yeah, I think it could be the end of Bungie. I've thought that. Yeah, I've thought that. They could just raid Bungie for their IP. Like, Sony will always own all that shit. They can do what they did with the Gummy Bears team LFG, and just say, like, we're going to take this 50 or this 100 people and bring them internal to make a game for us. I find it hard to believe that Bungie was 1,400, I think, something like that, people when Sony bought them, and I think they're going to go down to what? Below 500, I would say, something like that. I don't know what they're going to do. Sony has eaten so much shit on this deal. It was so stupid. So stupid. Unfathomable. I get things right, I get things wrong. I know it's a joke, like Colin was right kind of stuff. I understand all of that, but like I kind of nailed that one. Like it was like, come on, man. You have no business owning this team. You really don't. No business.
Thank you, Jake. Now, here's a question, Colin, that I've been seeing many, many comments about. And I don't know how much you can go into it, but it's worth addressing from Mr. GN. How did the Connect know you talked to the hacker?
Yeah, I think is one of the guys that's doing stuff like that's like figuring things out for us. I think might be going into this more. But yeah,
Yes.
I'm not. I don't want to say too much.
Yeah. It's
fair, totally fair question.
Yeah.
It's just that there are people involved that like I promised I wouldn't talk about things. So I understand that question, but just and Sony knows. I've told them how I understood that. That's it though.
Here's
but
what I think.
Fair enough. Yeah.
The one thing to dispel, because I saw some theorizing, like, is the person that warned Colin trustworthy? Is this person in on it?
Mm-hmm.
And we can
Fair
say
questions.
with 100% certainty that is not the case. This is someone that has been connected to LSM and a patron for a long time. And
it's a completely fair question.
Yeah.
And I'm asking you to just trust that we're okay with that. This one day, maybe.
Yes.
We'll tell you.
Yes. NE Revs, once again, on some soccer bullshit. Colin, yeah, the bottom 3 get relegated and the top 3 from the leagues below come up. So
right, so like it is an interesting. It's very interesting how that all works, I guess, is what I'm saying.
Walkin' Talkin' Stephen Hawkin says, let's be real, Colin wants relegation in the NFL so the Jets can win a game.
Funny.
Got him. Okay, Paul E.T. $30 Australian. Says, as someone who invoices American clients on a consistent basis, I live in Australia, I will never forgive the US for your persistence with the month, day, year dating format. Hope you enjoy that freedom on the 4th of July.
Thank you.
Also, COYG. What is COYG? What is that an acronym for?
I don't know.
Does anyone in the chat know what COYG is? I'm letting it catch up. I need to know.
I'm using too much time. I'm getting too distracted.
Come on, you gooners. Come on, you gunners. It's an English... Oh, it's an Arsenal thing.
He put the arse in Arsenal.
Have you seen the Red Letter Media clip where he's like, Rich, you really put the cock in Cockney? And Rich says, I put the cock in my mouth.
Oh, yes.
And they're like, why'd you say that?
Dude, they were showing during the Grogu thing to him with the R5D4 toy.
Oh, yeah, jerking it off.
It off. I was actually saying, I'm like, this is somewhat vulgar.
Yeah.
Oh, my God, what am I doing?
Uh-oh. No rewinds.
Well, I probably just resign. I'm not even really paying attention to this game. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to play masky. Forgive me. I'm not trying to be a bad, like, half-present opponent. I'm just distracted right now. Let's go more into the super chats. Take a break here.
Sure.
I'm mentally exhausted. I'm suffering from mental exhaustion.
Walking, talking, Stephen Hawking is returned once again, and thank you, Paul, for that last super chat. How about we have a roast stream for Xbox One E3? That actually would be fun to go back and watch the Xbox One E3.
Yeah, it would be. We have to do more of those kinds of things. We will do more of those kinds of things.
Yeah.
There are a few things we just have to get off the plate. Last week was kind of wasted, so it kind of sucks because we still have to get Saros done. We have to get that done. Pragmato, we got to get done. And then things like that we could do individual episodes on are coming out. Like, well, we're going to do Bond. Actually, that conversation will be led by Atari's Jason Polanski. Did I
Are
tell
we
you that?
sure about that now?
Yeah.
Still time to change your mind
Yeah, you're right, because he's betrayed us in some
for
way.
Brad.
Um, so there's that. Doing something for Mina could be cool. So we have to just start getting through these games in terms of like if we want to do individual shows for them. So that's like Sacred Symbols Plus kind of taken care of. And then on the streaming side, the world is our oyster. I think Monday, a week from today, we'll what will we do? We'll do the state of play predictions with Brad. I think I'm going to be on Summon Sign later this week or this weekend to record for next week. Then he'll be on this for Monday, and then we'll do that, and then we'll stream the thing on Tuesday. And that's the second. And then I guess later that week is the Xbox one.
Yeah.
When is the Xbox one? Is it on a weekend?
Yeah, they were saying it's Sunday. Not this Sunday necessarily. I think it's the Sunday after.
That's kind of E3 style.
Yeah.
Where the conferences? I'm trying to remember. It's like crazy. It's been so long since I've done E3. The conferences were on Sunday and Monday, right?
Sounds right.
And then the show would be Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And Sony would always go last, which was kind of convenient. So yeah, June 7th for Xbox. So I don't know. Will we stream that? We probably should.
Yeah.
I'll be very curious to see what they do, what they say. My prediction about Gears is that they just will not acknowledge a PlayStation 5 version. And there might not be a PS5 version until after launch. I also kind of struggle with why they would do that to themselves. Xbox Series consoles have zero velocity, basically. You're not going to sell any of them. You're not selling consoles in any material way at all. You're not going to do it. It doesn't matter. It's not going to happen. So now Helix could turn things around for them in a different sort of way, but I don't even know why you would make short-term sacrifices like that. Because there are people that think they're going to like pull Halo and Fable and everything off PlayStation. I'm like, that's not happening. The question is whether like where if anywhere this ends. And so that will be interesting to see. I've said it over and over again. You know this. I've said it ad nauseum. I'm surprised by their level of aggression. And if I were them, if these games were coming to PlayStation, I just wouldn't say it anywhere but like in a press release. I think they don't do that because they realize that would become the story, but it's going to be the story either way. So at least you don't sell out your own audience. Right? Like either way, if Gears is announced, people are going to be excited about it, but the biggest story surrounding it is if it's going to come to PlayStation or not. Right? And if it does, you can hide that away in a press release and at least your people wouldn't be that pissed at you as opposed to you making it a big deal and having your community manager wearing a PlayStation shirt. It's weird.
It is
like
weird.
I've always thought that was weird. I'm like, why are you doing this? Like, it's like a complete capitulation. It's like he has a gun. Like there's a guy off the like, a PlayStation sniper in the rafters. And it's like, say it. And he says like all future Halo games will be on PlayStation. And he's got like one drop of sweat coming down. He didn't really, but in my vision, he has like one drop of sweat just kind of coming down over to his eyebrow. And then it gets hung there like very dramatically. And then it drips down like off of his face,
Herman Wilkes Booth.
Herman.
He's watching.
Herman Wilkes Booth. That's ridiculous.
Okay. Who is next here? It's going to be Ben the Gamer. Colin, what can you tell us about the cost of adding adaptive triggers / DualSense features to PS5 games? And why do games like Red Dead PS5 not add them? Cash grab much?
I don't really know. I mean, I assume it is somewhat of an expense. And I think more than that, I think it's a level of sophistication. I think that's the reason why the first parties, and to a degree the second parties, but definitely the first parties are best at it. Because I think they have like access to the people that showed them how to do it and like what to do. There are games with incredibly thoughtful haptics, but they're few and far between. So my assumption is that they don't really matter. Maybe like it's not a talking point. Everyone seems to love the DualSense, but it seems to be like a build, a feel, a quality. Every once in a while, a game like Astrobot will come out and you really feel it, and people really do talk about it. But it is my assumption. It's much like Little Deviants on Vita with Big Big. It's like they were obviously deeply instructed on how to use the Vita because it used it in ways that no one really ever thought to even use it and never to use it again. turning it upside down and putting it in front of lights and tapping the back of it and whatever. If that's like your thing, so you know what a reasonable expectation would be, I think, Dustin, is that like maybe Media Molecules game will use the controller in an interesting way.
Yeah.
But so is it like a major expense? I don't know if it's a major expense. I just don't think they think it's worth it. Right. And they might not really know how to do it well, as you know, also possible.
The Assassin AK says Judas not till 2028 or 2029. Did I hear that right?
It's preposterous.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on. We have to have Ken back on the show. It's been a while. I should reach out to him. Yeah, I don't know. To me, I want to be fair. First of all, I'm friends with Ken, so it's like I'm biased, right? But the Insomniac leak showed us that Insomniac was slowly over many years building a new Ratchet game. That was the plan. Like, we just put a little bit of our resource into this and we give it 7 years or whatever. It could be Take-Two's version of that, where it's like these guys are just incubating something. It's not a very big team. Like, for instance, I would imagine that the creative team is not probably working on the game anymore. Like, in other words, a lot of things are done. They have to be. And so I wonder if it's just a slow burn of money with big expectations on the other side. And remember, they have a BioShock game that appears to be done. I mean, the way they talk about it, right? And they're like, it's good. It's not great. We need to make it great. So like, it seems like they understand, got to spend a little bit of money and a little bit of time but at some point you got to shit and get off the pot or get off the pot on these things as well. But I think they realize like it's worth letting people take their time. And I hope that I think what they think is that they have a lot of room to maneuver because these games will probably do very well. Judas is going to sell millions of copies. And the math just has to pan out to such that they make their money back. And it could be that there's 25 people actively working on it or something. And that costs nothing. So I try not to read too much into it, but it's confusing. Yeah. To me, it reads like there's something fundamental about the game that's not working or that isn't operating right. And you imagine it might have to go into the logic of the game itself, like the narrative Lego nature of it. It's incredibly complicated idea. If it's executed the way that they're saying it's going to be like this really dynamic thing. And then maybe we'll understand. But I'm so eager for it. I'm so eager for it. I'm tired of waiting.
This next super chat is in Imperial credits.
Okay.
There's something about the name that's making me feel slightly uncomfortable. We're just going to call him Nur.
Okay.
In support of Colin fighting the good fight, been in the InfoSec field for long enough to know corporates will skimp on security as much as they can until it affects them. Let's affect them. Let's make a change.
Yeah, that's all you have to do is... I mean, it's all in quote. What?
The guy's laughing. He's like, dude, it's my name. Can you see the name and why I was like, something?
Yeah, I can see it. I understand. You never know. You never know.
I live in fear when we stream. We got people hacking us, people trying to rage bait us. I'm on the defense. I'm sorry.
I completely understand. So yeah, like I don't want to say it's a simple problem to fix, but like I just think you should I really think this kind of shit should be onshored. Like it's not like you're not calling some company for like information on your fucking blender. You know what I mean? Or like my vacuum's broken. Can I send it in for repair? Like it's a little headier than that. And I think that they kind of owe it to their individual territories to man those customer service lines with domestic sources that can most easily communicate with each other and that are paid most appropriately to care about the grave nature of this problem. So yeah, it's like the last place you want to skimp, in my opinion, in these days with this product. If it's like some tchotchke somewhere, it's like, and then you put up 1-800 number in some Amazon box on some flyer for something. It's like, that's different. Like, who gives a shit? But like, this is serious. Like, when I call my bank or my investments or whatever, I speak to someone in America because that matters and it's important because it's serious. It's my money. It's, again, I'll keep using it's not a library card. And we got to stop treating it like that, like a triviality. It's not.
All right. Awesome Tatum is up next. Happy Memorial Day to the LSM family and my fellow military folk. What would we call the seminal Memorial Day game? Call of Duty, Medal of Honor, etc.? I think the Memorial Day game is whatever you want it to be because those people fought for you to play whatever you want.
Doom. Actually, Wolfenstein 3D. Because you're fighting the Nazis in it.
Sure. That's good.
Yeah.
That'll work.
Yeah.
Thank you, Awesome Tatum. And he says, my fellow military folks. So I assume that means you as well. And so thank you for your service. Eric Gaden, once again. Chess and Tetris are perfect games. What is your favorite game? Wait,
Chess
what is
and Tetris
another
are games.
game? Zelda Ocarina of Time, Mario 3, Halo 3. What's your opinion of a perfect game?
Those are not... Chess
Different.
and Tetris are perfect in ways that can't really be replicated by normal video games. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're literally perfect.
Yeah.
Like, they're literally perfect games. Ocarina of Time's got... I love Ocarina of Time, but it's got problems. Mm-hmm. It's got a bunch of systems that intertwine with each other. It's not the same. It's like... Chess and Tetris just they're different, if that makes any sense. And they're like, I guess this is true. Like, Tetris could be played turn-based, like on a table, theoretically, right? Like, you could have like some sort, like you would have to supply. It would be like when you back in the day when people would bowl, there were people behind the alleys that would actually set up the pins, right? And it's like, it would be a similar thing. It would remove like the earnest time element of high level Tetris, but you understand what I mean. And so like, that's an interesting sort of way of looking at it that I think differentiates those games, because Tetris really is perfect.
Yeah, I agree. Gator JV says, what's the best Memorial Day meal? I'm smoking Wagyu burgers today for my family with fries and Mexican corn.
Oh.
You're on the right track. I feel like the ideal Memorial Day meal is going to be burgers and hot dogs. Certainly.
Yeah, I mean, just something traditional.
Yeah. Wagyu burgers. That's interesting. I don't
Mexican
know if Wagyu...
corn, huh?
Oh, and he is bringing in the Mexican corn.
It's interesting.
Interesting, yeah.
Fuck all those guys that died in the 1840s in the Mexican-American War, I guess.
Thank you, Gator. So that's super chat. Shrudy1 says, has Colin watched all 25 Bond movies before 007 First Light? So he has the full context for the character?
No, I've probably seen 4 or 5 James Bond movies.
Yeah, he says, or will he just play the game like a poser?
No, I'm going to play the game like a poser.
Yeah.
I've played pretty much all the 007 games. There's not that many of them. So I am familiar with them in that regard. But the 007 games that I played and that I liked most come from obviously the Pierce Brosnan era. I've said before that I don't know, it might be on MGM Plus or something. I don't know where it would be, but like the bowels of the internet. But it would be fun to try to sit and watch them all. I don't know if I could really do it though. I don't know how much I'd like them, to be honest. They're probably extremely campy back in the day, which I think would be fun. But so no, I'm going in raw. Bite the pillow.
Do it raw. Car Crasher. Thank you for that, Trudy. Car Crasher. Once again, Colin, thoughts on the new 311 album Full Bloom? I've been enjoying it, though it isn't the 90s 311 I loved.
I actually haven't. That's not even a new record, isn't it? It's like that's their most recent record.
Yeah.
But it's not new. I haven't even listened to it, to be honest. I don't think. Let me look at because I think I might have known one of the songs, like they released a single. Let me see. Full Bloom is the 14th studio album by American rock band 311. Yeah, 2024. Oh, you're gonna get it. So yeah, that song that they released as a single, I know that song, and it's pretty good. But I haven't. I honestly, to God, I haven't listened to the record. I just haven't done it. Speaking of posers,
Here's a name I recognize, and thank you, Car Crusher. Will Hahn says, "Hey guys, longtime listener, first time super chat. Since Muse was brought up earlier, I just want to give a shout out to Maroon 5's Songs About Jane."
I always play. It's an easy song, but I play "Harder to Breathe" on the drums all the time. I love that song. That's the first track on that record.
Uh,
That's a really fun song to play.
I like Will Hahn because I've recognized that name after years of him being in the audience, but I gotta say, there's nothing about Maroon 5 that I like.
I understand. I will say that first record is different.
I know a lot of people bring up the first record. To me, it's what's Adam Levine. I can't stand it. I just don't like his voice. It's just a preference thing. I don't like his voice.
I understand. I totally
I
understand.
can't stand it.
I think I've said it before that like randomly when I was in college, one of the guys that lived in my dorm, Sean, he was a really nice guy. He was on their street team. So he like was really into them. And I came to appreciate that record through him. I was like, yeah, you know what? This is a really good album. And yeah, Harder to Breathe is a great song. Nathan says Jurassic 5 better, a little bit of a different kind of band. I saw Jurassic 5 once a long time ago at Northeastern. They actually played our Spring Fest one year, which was kind of cool. They would do this thing at Northeastern. They probably do this at a lot of schools where they would like have votes on who we should try to play our school. And since we had good reputation and quite a bit of money to spend, you can kind of get any act you wanted as long as you had enough time. So they would have this like school-wide vote to like go after random acts. And I think Jurassic 5 won that year, and then they went and got them.
Nice. Future Millionaire. Since Colin reached out to Greg the other day, possible reunion in the future, the fans want to know.
Yeah, I understand. I
get it. People...
Yeah. Actually, I was listening to Maddie and Locke on Duke talking about that, and I appreciate that that's like where everyone's mind is. But like, I just needed his help. He was willing to help. I'm not, as I said on the show, I'm not even really sure if what he did helped. The point is that he was willing to help. He took my information, that I needed to give him and pass it along. And I really, really appreciated that. Because as I said, I if there's one thing I respect about, well, there's a lot of things I respect about Greg, but if there was one thing I respect about Greg, it's that he really does know everyone. He's made a major effort in his career, and I'm sure it's still the same now, but it was back then, to know people, to go to dinners, to go to bars, to go to parties, to shake hands, to talk to people, to be present. So yeah, that's why I reached out to him. It's out of it's an homage to that, really. It's like I remember this about you, and I respect this about you, and I was glad he was able to help. But I don't think that's what Greg wants, and I understand that that's been true for a long time now. I think we all have to. I had to move on from it, and that was a long time ago, and I think you all have to kind of get there as well. We're entering almost 10 years ago of this having happened. So
yeah,
I appreciate it though.
Mike Anderson. Any sports or people Colin would play chess here in Beantown? Any spots or people Colin would play chess here in Beantown during the infamous NU days?
No, I played in there were like some like clubs and places to play around the school, but outside of one of the dorms, which was Stetson, I want to say Stetson Hall, there were like Washington Square Park style like outdoor chess tables, and people used to gather there and play. So I was probably less serious. I was most serious about chess in high school, and right after high school. When I lived in San Francisco, I played a lot as well. I played a lot in college too, but just not at the level. I was busy. I was authentically busy in college, so it was hard to find time.
A $9.99 super chat from Klukos. Whilst we were complaining about PSN, they don't even allow you to change the country of the account. So you literally cannot buy digital games unless you make a new account. Sorted out, Sony.
Yeah, I understand that being an issue more. It just would be cool if they gave you an option of forking your account at some point, right? Like the marketplace, you have to understand the marketplaces are totally different in each country. Like different games have passed different levels of certification and they're taxed differently and they're sold differently, and some games are not translated. Like, we don't have a universal store, so there can't be a universal license to your game. It's country by country. I totally get that. I think it's annoying to them. In other words, Dustin, what I'm saying is, like, imagine if you can get in touch with Sony and say, like, my name is, Fred Washington on PSN, and I made my account in America, but I'm in the Marines and I'm moving to wherever, for the next 2 years. It's like, okay, we're going to let you keep your name and your saves and your trophies, and we'll transfer any applicable licenses that we can. But, like, when you are operating your PSN in this place and you buy games, understand you're buying it from there. And when you come back to the States, we're gonna go back to your original account. You will no longer have access to some of that stuff. Like, there are ways to do it, like, to make it easy for customers instead of making people jump through hoops.
Yeah.
But I totally understand. Like, it would be cool if we had a truly global marketplace of games, but we don't, and that has to be taken into account. It's not, they can't do in other words, like, I don't want to ask them for too much. And I'm sure that the people moving between countries is not a very common problem for PSN users. So, but it's one of those edge cases that should be taken care of, I think, nonetheless.
Downey Downerson. It's not the first time I've read that name. It still made me laugh. The McDonald's hash brown is actually just a big tater tot, which rules. I mean,
it is. It is.
And I like a good hash brown. The McDonald's one, it's just, I don't know, it's fine.
Yeah, I'm not crazy about the McDonald's hash brown. Like, I think it's a little dry and a little boring. You dip it in. McDonald's has the good ketchup. So if you are eating there or getting the ketchup packets, like, that's a nice little sweetness to it. You can dip it in that. But I'm telling you, man, you got to go with the hotcakes, dude. The hotcakes are just so good. That's an underrated McDonald's breakfast item.
I've never had the hotcakes at McDonald's.
Ever. Very underrated, in my opinion.
Colin, your number one fan, your favorite super chatter, Daddy T. Colin, you should have rang the hacker back and asked him, did he know that Tommy was the sniper?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Is this the person that says this every time?
It's always Daddy T.
I don't think I ever made that connection.
Always Daddy T.
You're getting in the debt over this. It's like you're betting randomly on Polymarket, right? You're just throwing money away. I appreciate it because it's going in my pocket, but thank you for writing in, Daddy T. I never even make. That's what I was saying. Remember, I told you that I'm totally name blind.
Yeah,
I really am. Like, it's not a joke. I've always been that way online, of, like, on forums and stuff, where I'm like, I don't know who's saying anything.
Tundra Boy says, thoughts on the past, present, and future of Britain. Good luck.
Yeah.
I guess that's the future. I don't know.
I love Britain. I think that we are inherently a British, spin-off. And I want us to be good friends, and I want us to be equally prosperous. And I think you guys have some problems, but I think we also have problems, and you can say that easily about us too. I understand that. But I look from the outside looking in. My opinion is, and I think a lot of people feel this way about us, so I appreciate it. It's like, I hope you figure it out.
Yeah,
because it's like, it's too bad, man. Like, and a lot of it has to do. We share the same problem, which is, like, outrageous levels of immigration. Like, it's something's got to be done about it, and it's just too bad. It's just too bad. And you did it to yourself. Like, as individuals, like, you just allowed it to happen. It's just crazy. Like, it's too bad. So I'm pulling for you. I'm rooting for you. There's no country in the world I root for more than Britain, other than ours. I love the British, and I love that country. I love it. It's what a wonderful civilization. They are like the dominant force in Western cultural history. It's amazing. The sun never set on the British Empire. Can you imagine the level of audacity and the balls you have to just do all the shit they did? It's amazing. And then the literature and the art and the music and, well, not the food.
No. Britain is kind of like, Britain is like Shin Megami Tensei, and United States is Persona. Okay. Half the people, they don't even think about Shin Megami Tensei anymore. We've taken over. Persona's taken over. Sorry. Boots with a super chat from me. Says, Dustin, do you have a favorite Switchfoot song and are you looking forward to the new album? I haven't really been in touch with Switchfoot for quite a few years now. I think they kind of started to fall off pretty hard with the album. Is it Going West? Something West? But some of those earlier albums, my favorite Switchfoot album is Hello Hurricane. It's my favorite song, though. My favorite Switchfoot song.
We were meant to live for so much more. I like that song.
That's a good song. I like that song. That's off the album The Beautiful Letdown.
There was one. Oh, you know what I like too? Dare You to Move.
Dare You to Move. Great song.
There's cool percussion in that song, actually. Like on like cymbals and bells. Yeah.
I can't think of my favorite Switchfoot song. I'm sorry, but I could tell you my favorite album is Hello Hurricane for sure. Thank you for that, Boots.
They're Christian, right?
Yep. Yeah, I saw them many times at different festivals and stuff growing up.
Fran Mirabella, my old, people know Fran at IGN back in the day. He was a huge fan of theirs.
Oh, okay. Nice. Okay, who's next? Samir Hussein. Should the new God of War be announced in State of Play or Summer Game Fest? Which is the better strategy for Sony? State of Play.
I was thinking about that. I wonder if they have to save something for that. Or if they just feel like they want to just go first and blow their load or whatever. It feels like it's going to happen, right? I mean, the God of War announcement.
Yeah, it does feel like it.
The bigger question is, I think for me, is just Intergalactic, how you manage that game. Knowing, I just truly believe you cannot show it without showing gameplay again. So you got to find the appropriate venue for that. Don't know if you want to obscure other things that are coming soon. It's going to be pretty exciting to see what they announce on next Tuesday.
Death Shoot says 6 eras of fast food: pre and post 9/11, pre and post food delivery services, pre and post pandemic.
Yes, 6 hours of pre and post 9/11, pre and post food deliveries, or pre and post pandemic. Yeah. Yes. I agree.
The food delivery 100%. Service really has, I don't think I realized this until a few years back. They remodeled a McDonald's in Butler. And the inside now, it's like it's designed for takeout. And it's designed for drive-through more than it is dine-in. And yes, post-pandemic, everything's gone downhill.
Should I get back to chess, by the way, while we do the rest of these?
If you'd like.
Yeah, let's just, make it a...
Sure. Okay, there we go.
So someone can challenge me and I'll just play you. It doesn't matter what you're
challenge me.
If you want. Otherwise, I'll find it. That's not a problem. You don't have to challenge me, but I'll give it a minute. Oh. All right, this guy's got a high ranking, so he's going to probably beat the shit out of me. Let's see what happens.
Echo 9 says, I come anonymously to report that I've played Horizon's Hunter's Gathering. As a fan of the Horizon games, I must say I'm utterly disappointed. While I understand it's a beta, I truly fear for Guerrilla Games. I did not say this because I don't think it had happened about the last Sacred Symbols. I did receive an invite to the playtest, but I decided not to play it because I assumed that I would need to sign or, digitally or agree to whatever, an NDA. I'm like, well, what's the point then? What's the point of me playing it if I can't talk about it? So, but yeah, in my understanding, there was a playtest this weekend, but we've heard various things about it. Some people like it or can see potential. Other people hate it. So we'll keep an eye out.
Indeed.
Triple RPD says, any plans to play GTA 5 PS5 port before 6 drops?
Yes. But I don't know. I don't know I gotta see what the summer looks like. I feel like there might be a little bit of an opening to get things done there, but I don't know for sure.
Yeah. Caffeinated DC. Colin, Nintendo Direct stream with Brad and Dustin?
Yeah, maybe. That could be fun. Maybe. I wouldn't mind that.
We'll see when it happens. This is the name that keeps coming up. Nick Nick, I think this is the one we determined was fine, but now I'm going to just not say it out of spite. Platted Saint Slayer, awesome game. Colin, Sewer Shark over Altered Beast, Deadly Towers, Corpse Killer, Dustin, Good Fortunes in the Kid to Come.
Sewer Shark over Altered Beast. What do you mean? They're different. I don't understand the question. Deadly Towers, Corpse Killer.
He's saying, we'll frame it like this. What's better, Sewer Shark or Altered Beast?
Sewer Shark. But I don't understand really the connection between those two things.
Well,
and then Deadly Towers, Corpse Killer. So you're saying like bad, shitty games, I guess?
He's trying to determine if you really think Altered Beast is worse than those games.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Corpse Killer, I don't even know it. I don't even think I know what that is. Deadly Towers, I hate that game. I fucking hate that game, but.
Okay. AJLP says, went to MomoCon in Atlanta this weekend in my Last Stand merch and didn't get a single stand down. I really thought the Gamer Battalion was strong down here. Down here in Georgia. Is MomoCon primarily a retro gaming event? Or is it just a gaming event?
Oh, this is already all fucked up. I don't even know what I'm doing here. MomoCon, I went to MomoCon in 2015. Something like that. And it was like, it seemed more like anime, just less game culture kind of thing. And I remember also, but I think a lot of it was confused because I'm pretty sure that either right after it at the same time, there was that thing Dragon Con. Do you know what that is?
Yeah.
And so I think a lot of these things were like kind of coming together and intertwining. And it just wasn't really... I didn't know quite what was what.
Yeah.
The only thing I remember about that trip is going to that place, the Vortex, which I love in Atlanta. The food is awesome there.
The thing to remember is that Last Stand.
Yes, Board Vision. If that was you, sorry, I'm not really paying attention. I'm being like a bad opponent. I'd be so annoyed if I were you. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
The thing about Last Stand is that we're very niche, despite having thousands of listeners, tens of thousands, and thousands of supporters. For example, when I go to Too Many Games, even when we have a panel, I'm relatively, invisible. So, like, even amongst a pure gaming convention, specifically retro gaming, like, people in the retro gaming community don't know who we are. And that's fine. So I would imagine in MomoCon...
I don't want people to know who I am.
Yeah. Like, for example, if the three of us pulled up, not that we would ever do this, but you understand for the example, if we were at PAX, it'd be a different story. Or if there was a new PlayStation experience in particular, it would be very different. But at these other conventions that are outside of our specific house, though adjacent, it's just, different. So.
Differently abled.
I've definitely, dude, my favorite thing at Too Many Games is that there are people that, the people that come to the panel and stuff, there's people that wear their Last Stand merch to Too Many Games. Sometimes I'll spot them before they spot me.
Oh, that's fun.
And I'll be like, hey, nice shirt, man. They're like, oh, thanks. Oh. That's always fun.
And then they nut. Is that what you're
saying? Then they go, just like that. Yeah. Lockmort, clip that. Use it however you like.
I didn't like that at all.
Well,
I didn't like that you did that, and I just don't like it.
I thought you would like it. Your dream became reality. You heard something you've always wanted to.
You're moaning.
Mm-hmm.
That's what Holly gets to hear.
There's this video I showed Holly.
Gross.
This is a great segue. That's a great segue.
Yeah.
There's this guy that was like kind of viral on TikTok and Instagram because he could like do this beatboxing and moaning at the same time. And so he did like this beatboxing moaning of a happy birthday. I will not try to replicate it.
Yeah, please don't.
I showed it to Holly and she's like, this made me highly uncomfortable. I'm like, good.
That's good, woman.
Someone knows what I'm talking about. Someone has seen the video of the guy beatbox moaning happy birthday. Certainly.
That's good stuff, woman.
That's good stuff, woman. Okay. Who's next? Eric Aiden or Eric Gaiden. Colin is beating the old ma. I can't read. Colin is becoming
You're
the
killing me
old.
with this.
Well, this person can't write either, to be fair.
Yeah, right. He says old ma. He does say old ma.
Colin is becoming the old ma from Up. I think he means old man.
Yeah.
Context. Aren't we all?
Context needed because I've never seen it.
Dude, Holly, we were at Walmart, unfortunately, this weekend. Because there were some things we needed, some ingredients and stuff that you couldn't get at Aldi. And we were walking, and Holly was jokingly saying to me, like, back in my day, this used to be blah, blah, blah. And right as she said it, this elderly man walked past us. And I was like, dude, I wonder if he heard you say that back in my day. People are saying Fran is totally down to appear on an LSM show. He said so on his stream.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I haven't talked to
fun.
Fran in a while. I love Fran. Fran's one of the original people I knew at IGN. I mean, he did a lot for me. I owe him a lot. So
I was in Los Angeles once for E3, and I was nowhere near E3. I think I was just in downtown LA, and I saw Fran at a coffee shop. I recognized him.
Did you say anything?
No. But I did see
He's
him.
a sweet guy. He's like a really nice person.
Okay. Commander Shepard N7. This is old news. What's your opinion on the Tarantino Paul Dano comments? Also, when's the Mass Effect 2 knockback episode?
Mass Effect 2 is probably never going to happen. That requires Dagan to have any time. I don't know anything about that guy. That's the guy that plays the Riddler, right?
Yeah, in the back.
And he was basically saying he sucks.
Yeah.
It's kind of
pretty rude.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of weird.
I think Paul Dano is a great actor. Specifically in There Will Be Blood, he's very good. A lesser known movie, but in the Beach Boys biopic, he plays Brian Wilson, the movie Love and Mercy, and he was also excellent in that. So Dano is absolutely a great actor. Is anyone surprised that Quentin Tarantino can be an asshole sometimes?
It was just like, why are you saying that? That was like my whole thing. It's like, why are you doing that? I don't understand that.
Yeah. Whatever.
I don't like meanness. Bothers me.
Price Tag is up next. The Jonathan Blow Sacred Symbols Plus is easily my favorite interview you've done. Would love to see him return.
I've invited him. He's not really interested. I understand too. I won't get too deep into what things we say privately, but I understand the perspective. There's a perspective. Let's put it this way. There's a perspective of some people that are bigger in the space that feel like they can't have a normal conversation without some random thing out of a 2-hour conversation of theirs getting clipped or quoted somewhere. And it's just not worth it.
Yeah.
And I understand that.
Yep.
Like you have this really thoughtful 2-hour, like really wide ranging conversation. And then people just clue into this one single thing. We do it all the time to people. So I understand. I mean, I'm not saying we're immune to doing that. But that's the reason why, if you're curious.
He's working on a game right now, too.
Yeah, he's busy. That boy's busy.
A David to remember. Colin, good day. You once had a fantastic idea for a trophy advisor stream. Yeah. As I am also a slut for the trophy. Ugh. I still yearn for it. Thanks.
You yearn?
He's yearning. He yearns because
he yearns for the mines.
He's a slut for the trophy.
Stop being such a slut. Schlot. Yeah, that would be fun. I want to go back and do that all, at some point, but who knows, man. There's so many ideas. There's not enough time. Dustin's going to be going away soon for a while and we'll be streaming on our own. And so maybe I'll just do that kind of stuff by myself because it'll be easy to kind of get that going. I got to come up with different ideas where I might not necessarily have anyone to talk to because I have no friends.
Just me hanging around. Super Atlantis 1. Yo, guys, I'm playing Resident Evil 4 Remake while having the stream on. It's my first time playing Resident Evil 4, and I'm loving it. Resident Evil 7 was my first Resident Evil a month ago, and I also had a baptism by fire experience with Resident Evil's horror side. Excellent. Resident Evil 4, both the original and the remake, are very good. and so is Resident Evil 7. Excellent game. Resident Evil Village, excellent game. Resident Evil 9, excellent game. Really, well, with the newer Resident Evil games, you really can't go wrong.
The board's tight, Blue Dynamo.
Oh, he's making it tight. He's making that boy tight.
Oh, that board's tight.
That boy's so tight.
Oh, boy. I ain't never seen something so tight before.
Okay. Nerf Ninja. Any chance you can get Mike Reinhardt on a future episode? He was on ILP, and I think it would be a fascinating interview.
Mike Reinhardt.
I don't know who that is.
I don't know who that is either. You can look him up if you want, or someone can tell me in the chat. I don't know that. I don't know that name.
Mike.
Tell you right now, boy, I don't know that name. Never heard that name in my life. All my life.
Did I spell it right? Yeah.
Who is that boy?
Mike Reinhardt Gaming. No? I don't think the chat knows who he is either. Okay, Moby Games, Michael Reinhardt. Nah, that can't be this guy. Yeah, I don't know. I'm waiting to see if the chat has info, but nothing's coming up.
Yeah.
Nothing's coming up.
No one knows.
All right. Thank you, Nerf Ninja. Sorry about that. Stuart has the next super chat.
Stuart.
You're remembered as Beyond's original cast. You and Greg are the DNA. Tried buying the name? Question mark. Sacred Symbols being easier to get than Beyond is crazy.
Well, no one owns Sacred Symbols, so I bought it. I didn't buy it. I trademarked it, which I paid for. I did try. As I've said before, I tried multiple times to buy Podcast Beyond. It ain't for sale.
You really do have like an ideal host lined up for if you bought Podcast Beyond. Radic.
Yeah, it's true. Because I've said before I would want to make it into a retro podcast.
Yeah.
Like, and have like this dueling canon of like modern and retro PlayStation content every week. And yeah, Radic and Sandeep could be doing that. Yeah.
Any Revs, once again, he's super chatting like crazy. Colin was just curious. I know you said Greg helped you, but it didn't seem like he was annoyed or put off by it.
I don't think so. I mean, it's hard to see if someone's annoyed when we were just texting back and forth briefly. He never like got back in touch with me or anything like that. But I think he understood and he helped.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't think it wasn't that big of a deal, you know.
Nick once again says you can jump higher with the second controller in Mega Man 3.
I know. Thank you for writing it. I know. That was always a creepy thing, the second controller functionality in Mega Man 3, which is like a cool secret in that game. It cuts out the music in the game. And I always wondered if that's because like it's like too much input or like too much is going on at that point. Because like people can hold down like I think certain buttons and like you can jump into pits and jump out of pits and like jump really high and do all these kinds of things. It's a pretty neat thing. Little set of secrets in that game.
Frostbite Slash. MP First is reporting that Media Molecule is working on a new IP with open world content.
Whatever. I don't.
We'll look into that.
I don't give a shit what Media Molecule is doing. But we'll certainly report on that on Sacred Symbols. No doubt about it. It's interesting to know. I mean, if that it's interesting to have some information. Those guys are doing work. They seem to go through people's like CVs and stuff, which is good. That's like it's good that someone has the patience to do that. That's like old shoe leather journalism. It's pretty cool. They find I think they're the ones that found like State of Decay's PS5 mentioned in like someone's CV and stuff like that. So it's cool that they take the time to do that.
Caffeinated DC. Boys, India is an interesting video game market. PS5 just recently beat PS2's lifetime sales and reached 1 million units sold. Nintendo is re entering India after NES with Switch 1 this year. Heart FRM.
India's an important place for them to be. There's more than 1 billion people there. It's the same thing with China. It's like, why you want to be in China? Like, if you're not in China and India, you're basically cutting off a third, or more like almost a fourth of the global population from your product. So
yeah,
India's upward mobility is going to be really important to the future of a lot of these companies. And Sony's the first India Hero Project game came out already. So Sony's investing in India in a way that others aren't.
Matthew C. with a $10 super chat. Thank you, Matthew. Colin, I appreciate you and everything you're dealing with. Last Stand has been a haven. Parentheses, I followed Brad over ever since COVID. I platinumed Hades 2 recently, and I love this community.
That's very nice of you. Thank you. I'm glad. Yeah, we poached a few people here and there from. Oh, what did I do? Oh,
Bro.
Yeah, I mean it's not over, but I mean I'm down pieces now. We'll play it out. Well,
but yeah,
shutting down doesn't do anything for me at this point.
Glad you're here. Glad we could be a haven for you, but hopefully not like Haven, the PlayStation Studio.
Not that kind of haven.
Not that kind of haven. Vincent Casserole. Colin, have you seen Zelnick saying the studio structure is specifically how games can be made profitable versus movies? Creatives not tied down equals high cost.
I'm just gonna resign. Sorry, Blue Dynamo. Yeah, I mean, I would defer to him. He gave a big, long-ranging interview I still have not listened to. I got to do it in time for our show on Thursday to record. But all right, I'll do one more. Frank Lloyd Wright wants to go. I saw him come up before. I feel like I'm being rude to him. Yeah, I mean, he has a better idea of how things work. I don't understand why you would. I think that the rubber's hitting the road with how long games are taking. You simply do not need some of these people for all this time. Like, I don't understand. Unless you're confident that you have another game going and you have like the writers and the creatives going on to the next thing all the time, it just seems like a waste of money and time. And like, you should want to pay like that kind of answer basically says like it's not worth spending on that kind of thing. And I'm like, no, you would want to like, in-house creative is cool, but like that's not really the way things are made usually. People sign like contracts. I don't know. I'm a little bothered by he would know, but it seems a little. I don't want to say it's economically illiterate. He's not economically illiterate, but it just seems like it's there's a lot more to it than that. If games aren't taking 18 months to make anymore, where everyone can stay gainfully employed at a studio, and I think that the headcount situation is going to become a big deal at some point.
Eric Gaden, super chat for me. Dustin, you are underappreciated in LSM. When are you appreciated? I don't feel underappreciated. I feel appreciated when Colin thanks me, both on the show and often after the show. I feel appreciated when I receive a paycheck every month and a bonus. I feel appreciated by the audience that says thank you, reaches out to me, says nice things. Feel appreciated that people care. So I don't know why. I mean, you think that, but I know I'm appreciated.
Yeah, I don't know, like what do people that I think I'm a pretty nice person. I think I give my people around me their plaudits, and I don't know what people want from me, to be honest. It's always something.
Dustin only doesn't feel appreciated when Jaffe comes on. Yeah, because Jaffe talks about replacing me with AI. Good luck. Good luck.
I know.
Good luck, Jaffe.
The thing about Jaffe is that he's just too. I just feel like it's like pulling the ladder up, kind of. You know. I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
All right. KB. Boys, would it kill Herman to greenlight a few games with leads that have more traditionally masculine panache?
Yes.
Do they not see any upside to this?
Um,
The pan ass.
little panache.
Little pan ass to him.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I don't. I've said that before. Like, I'm a noticer, and we're all seeing what's happening here with the female characters, it is enough now. I don't mind that. You got to find balance.
Hmm?
Like these unorthodox. It's like no, like they're like we have. When's the last time we had? Let me think here. Like a Drake, right? Like just a male adventurer, sort of like everyman kind. I don't know. Something is missing with that. There's no doubt about that.
Saros, though, male lead,
Sure.
masculine.
Yeah,
Wolverine coming, but that's not their character.
No, that's not their character, and I think Saros is an interesting example, but I think that kind of undersells what the point of the game even seems to be, and like the true nature of the character. He is brave and bold, but that's not a game that has saturation potential, you know. So yeah, but you're right. You're right.
Death metal in your face. No way we're getting GTA 6 before Chess 2.
Chess 2.
Chess
I think
2,
Chess
I
2
think
might
does
be a
exist
game.
on. Oh yeah, someone made a game called Chess 2.
They did, right?
Yeah, I think so. Thank you, Death Metal. Riza, have you guys watched any good movies or shows lately?
No.
What did I watched Deathly Hallows Part 1 this weekend. Not bad. It's been a while since I've seen it. Let's see my Letterboxd. What have I reviewed recently? I watched The Exit 8. Pretty good.
Right, that's right.
3 stars. I watched the Iron Maiden documentary. Well done. No new information that I didn't already know. 3 stars.
Oh, you went away.
Oh,
The camera's overheating.
I guess it doesn't feel very hot in here, but I'll turn on my AC. It's a little toasty. I rated Michael 3.5 stars. Pretty good. Okay, is my air conditioner turning on? No, it's not. Where's my remote? There it is. Get some airflow in this bitch. Okay, let me turn my camera back on. Just buy a new camera. There's nothing wrong with my camera. It's just my room getting hot. Wait, what Iron Maiden documentary? There's a new Iron Maiden documentary that was in theaters for 2 days called Burning Ambition. Okay, thank you for that super chat. Hey, 1426 super chat says next podcast, ask Chris about Sujez Susej. No one's gonna remember that.
Yeah, you're dreaming if you think I'm gonna remember that. I'm not remembering it for $2.
No. It says Colin doesn't pay Dustin enough to buy a new camera.
That's true.
I can afford a new camera. The rubber's gonna hit the road though when I later this year ask you about a new computer, a new MacBook.
You can ask whatever you want.
It's time. When the OLED MacBook, it'll be glorious. Spanish Deco. Estimate for a Destiny 3 budget minus 500 to 700 million.
Probably, but there's not going to be a Destiny 3 probably. So, yeah. I mean, yeah, I think $500 million for something like that. Yeah. How could it not based on what it would have to be, I don't understand how you would ever do a Destiny 3 and have it be anything smaller or less impressive and quality oriented than Destiny 2. So I think $500 million would be a reasonable place to be.
Gator JV asks me, how are you enjoying the Superstation 1, Dustin? It's still very cool. I haven't used it very much recently. I'm kind of waiting for my disk drive to come so I can pop in a lot of the games I have. Of course, there are other means of acquiring PlayStation 1 games, but I think it's kind of cool to put my own games in, so I'm just kind of waiting on that. Now, our friend Nick writes in again. I'll say his name. Nick Domi is just an anagram for my name, Dominic. Now, the reason I get concerned with names that start with Nick is everyone has seen the clip of someone super chatting those two ladies. I don't remember who it was. Maybe one of them was Anita Sarkeesian. I can't remember. And they got him with a name that started with Nick. I'm not going to say the second half. I don't want that to be me. I just don't want it to be. Now,
yeah, it can't be you.
People in the chat are like, but Dustin, we wouldn't cancel you. And I'm confident that nothing, like, it would not hurt my career. But I'd rather there not be a clip of me on social media accidentally saying that.
Sure.
Like, I just would prefer, maybe not. Maybe we don't do that. Something to think about.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense to me.
This next super chat is from Yo Mama. Colin, you mentioned going to McDonald's when Dagan worked in CT earlier. Was that the one in Canton Village on Route 44?
Come on, man.
Canton Village? Canton? Is that like Canton, Ohio? Spelled different?
How many McDonald's are in Connecticut?
Micah said she
137.
Wow.
So, unfortunately, I have no answers for you. She's getting bad over here. Let's see.
Now, Micah says she would publicly pardon me if I accidentally said the N-word.
Oh.
Now,
that's nice.
I appreciate that. But regardless, I would rather, I'd like to avoid it. Now, people are saying Micah said I have the pass. That's different. Having a pardon and a pass are two very different things. Spicy Noodles Yum is next. I've been listening to you since I was 12 years old. Sorry. And I am pushing 30 now. Thank you for all the content you have provided all these years.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Just
very kind of you.
Little 12-year-old boy.
Just a little boy.
Little boy listening to
oh man, this is
Podcast Beyond.
That ain't nothing but a little boy. I'm getting beat down bad over here. Let's see.
Eric Aiden. What would reverse Jesus do besides turn wine into water? Tetris, Colin. When? It's two different
Tetris.
things.
Yeah, I love Tetris. We should just play NES Tetris at some point.
Oh.
Also, Dr. Mario. I love Dr. Mario. That's a fucking game.
Holly has beaten Dr. Mario. Like, she has fully, reached the last level and beat it. Or the last whatever. Difficulty.
Yeah, I think I can beat Dr. Mario on NES. Level 20 or whatever.
What would reverse Jesus do? We mentioned that he turns a bunch of food into a little food. I don't know if that just means he eats it. He would, with Lazarus, he would kill him. Like, he would be alive, and the miracle would be that he is dead. It's not much of a miracle then at that point. Micah says he makes your feet dirty. He doesn't wash the disciples' feet. He, puts mud on them. Swims on land. There's a lot of options here. I feel like this is mainly Reverse Jesus, though. That's a Snark Tank bit. He goes around giving diseases to people. Okay. Prior Art Cinema. Can we set up an LSM chess tournament? I want to boost my ego. That would
No.
require effort.
Yeah, I'm not putting any effort in anything.
On all of our parts. So I don't think it's happening. Be kind of fun though. I once considered trying to set up a Balatro tournament, but I would lose. So I decided I'm not doing it. The last time I challenged a listener or a person of the audience, I got clowned on horribly by a Tetris savant. I wonder what happened to him.
Holly versus Colin and Dr. Mario, winner gets Dustin's son. That's hardcore. How confident are you?
It's been a while. I think Holly, if she had proper training time, I think she could do it.
I don't think there's any way out of this.
I'll face you in Tetris, Colin.
Yeah, we should do that.
We could throw down. That'd be an interesting stream. Colin versus Dustin Tetris.
I don't think there's any way. There might be a way out of this. I don't think so. This bishop is fucking everything up. I might have to. You know what? It literally might be the only play. I have nothing to lose.
He's saying check the game chat. That's a risky move.
Oh, that's not happening. I told you I'm not reading the game chat. Look, see, I'll show you what it looks like here.
You're gonna.
No, it's
Oh, okay. You have
Frank
to accept.
Lloyd Wright would like to chat. Decline.
Dan Cito.
All right.
Seeing the Konami. Oh, it's $15 super chat. Damn, thank you. Seeing the Konami shirt. What's Colin's favorite Metal Gear Solid game?
2.
Hell yeah, 2 is the correct answer.
God, I am like. Fitzrabbit says, why would you give up that piece? Because the only prayer I even have is to get this other rook on this column. Or on this row. That would be a row, I think. Otherwise, there's like no prayer. Just play it out and see what happens.
MGS2 fans talk about anything except the ending challenge if possible. What are you talking about? We talk about Fat Man all the time.
Why wouldn't you? Well, what am I going to say? Oh, you're killing me. Why would I even tell you? Like, why? Who am I to question what you're doing? I see. It gets you there. So really the move would be...
Getting crazy.
Well, he's going to win either way, but I don't know why he didn't just bring his queen down here. I think I would have been done. Oh, my mouse slipped.
Well,
I meant to put it on D8. Oh, I'll take it anyway. But I guess it wouldn't have maybe even mattered. Sorry to keep you waiting, Frank Lloyd Wright. He was trying to play the entire time. Do we have more to get through?
We have one more
My
to get
mouse
through.
really did slip. I think I would have lost either way, but I was actually trying to put it on D8 because that wouldn't have made any sense. He would have just been able to take it diagonally. It wouldn't have made any sense to put it there.
Well, that's it. We'll do this last super chat, and then you want to get out of here?
Yeah, the last one. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah,
From
I want to
Gator
go.
JV.
It was supposed to rain today, but I think it's actually just cloudy, and I might just want to go for a walk.
I need to mow the lawn if it's not currently raining.
Oh yeah, I had to mow the lawn. It was wet, but I had to mow it yesterday because it was like it's supposed to be continuing to rain. So yeah, you gotta do it. Make sure weed whack.
I have to spool it up. I'm not looking forward to it. Okay, last super chat. Super chats cut off. I'm not putting the message in. Just please no more super chats, please. I have to move on. Gator JV. Colin, what universities would you have been interested in for your master's and PhD in American history? What about to be on faculty?
I don't know. I think the faculty. I think I can get far enough to even think about. I was going to Northeastern I got into grad school there, so that's where I was going to go. I always wanted to go to Yale, and I think Yale has a very prestigious American history program, and I think I may have had a chance to go there for grad school. I just didn't even try because I'm a fairly, I don't want to say complacent, but I got a little lazy. It's the same thing. Like I only applied to Northeastern for undergrad, and when I knew I could matriculate into Northeastern for grad school, I was like, oh, that's fine. I don't have to go. I don't have to go through all this trouble of moving to Connecticut and going to New Haven and all that kind of stuff. Even if I would have gotten in, which I might not have. So, but that was where I always wanted to go. And then teaching, I probably would have taken any post that I could have gotten, since I imagine being a history professor is a fucking crazy dead end career for most people. So, but yeah, that was where it was all going.
And that's it. That's it.
That's it. That's all we have.
That's all we have.
All right. Well, it's good to be here. I appreciate you guys all being here and joining us today. Thank you so much for your kindness, your love, your support. Hopefully we have a better week this week. I hope all of you have a good week out there. Be well, stay safe, enjoy the rest of your day. Of course, we want to honor, and truly we want to honor the people that, have fallen over since the 1770s for the United States. It's a really sad and heavy day. You see some of those things people put outside of like the boots or like the, you know what I'm talking about? Like they have like, it's like the American flag, very Americana kind of stuff comes out around this time of year. So definitely a somber day. And I know, I know people that have died, and I know people that families and friends of people who have died. So it's a sad sitch. So stay safe out there. Be well. Enjoy your day. Hope you have a good barbecue tonight. I'm going to go for a walk. Dustin, be well. Everyone out there, goodbye. We'll see you next time.